What's up, everyone? Make sure you check out the WesWes Network website at weswesnet.com. Here you can find amazing independent podcasts based in Aotearoa, covering everything from pop culture to mental health. Also, if you enjoy our content and want to support us, please consider clicking on the support button on the homepage of the website. We appreciate your patronage and look forward to delivering more thought-provoking and quality conversations.
WesWes, y'all.
Check baby.
1, 2, 3. Who's that again? That's
K7.
Is
K7.
it?
K7?
Yeah, when you say check baby. What?
Is it K7?
Man, I can't remember, man. That's an old.
All I know is that all I wanna do is
That's like an old ass song, man. K, no, is that K7?
Yeah, K7. Is it?
Does they say for Colo 7?
Oh, you think about KZ7?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All I wanna do is zoom, zoom, zoom. Man, that song was popular for all the talent quiz, the dance groups that go on stage and dance back in the days, man. I mean, man, that was the anthem. But you know, that was high school. Our talent quiz, they were good, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Like, man,
That was like hot commodity tickets, eh? It's like, what are you doing tonight? Oh, I'll give you the performance tickets to get them. Nah, fuck, I'll get bounced. I'll just say you're performing who's.
yeah. Because I remember, man, there was heaps of dance groups. Because I always thought that where did they get these dance moves from? From House Party, Living Color, the Fly Girls at the beginning, even the music videos, eh? MC Hammer. I don't know if MC Hammer made it to those.
Word.
I don't know if MC Hammer moves made it to the things, eh?
In the MC Hammer, man, he was like the breakthrough artist in my life before Michael Jackson, eh? Like when I thought Michael Jackson was hot, but nah, bro, when MC Hammer came out with his that free hammer, don't hurt him, please hammer, don't hurt him. And then in the heavy scene, he was like, but this guy can do it all, eh? And he can dance. Fucking then had the lines on the side of his head, had the rest hair. I was like, fuck, this guy's the man.
OG.
I have to admit,
Bro.
that when MC Hammer came out, I wasn't really up into the hip hop kind of scene.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he was her first sort of exposure to hip hop music. For real. So if you think of MC Hammer now, his music now, you think, nah, man, that's not hip hop.
Yeah,
that's
nah,
not
it's
hip hop. And if you look, I don't know if you guys seen C4, but there's that scene when at the beginning when Chris Rock's watching, his family's watching TV, and that the parody of MC Hammer comes on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle something, or I forgot his name.
I want to watch
But
that
he was
now.
dancing like MC Hammer, and all the family was around TV, like clapping their hands. and Chris Rock was going, nah, man, that ain't MC Gusto. Nah, man, that's not hip hop, man. But I was thinking that family watching that MC Hammer guy.
Yeah,
That was me, man, back in the days. But you're right, man. Had the slow jams. Had
bro. Hammer Then Hurt Him, the movie was the shit, eh? When it came out. Because remember it came on TV? I remember watching it, I was being like, bro. And he was doing like a Eddie Murphy, eh? He was playing like more than 2 characters on his own film. And because every film sort of led into a dance. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I made this song. Yeah. Even like the Help the Children, eh? Like that slanging. And he goes into the ring and he's telling that guy fucking, and they put the drugs down, feed the kids, and then they have the promo show at the end, which is his full on concert. It's on YouTube, man.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Have you found that?
Nah, this is a remix. Hold on, I'll find it.
Put some of all these chips. Man, these chips are mean.
I always get up there when someone goes, oh, come for a drink. Oh, do you want to bring anything? I was going to get like 50 chicken nibbles and like $6 chips. And everyone goes, oh, what you got? Just hot chips? And they go, oh, do you want me to get some place? I go, no. I go, dude, you're going to make a mess. And then someone goes, oh, what's that smell? Got some. It's like $3 a chicken. And then once someone has one, like, oh, totally, these are nice. Where are these from? No, it's a secret.
Yeah, these chips are me.
Where this from?
Oh yeah, that is. They are called K7.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Flick guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fat Checker.
Yeah, see K7, come baby, come.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah,
from
yeah.
there.
Oh, true.
What was that
Oh.
on? Was it like, not German? You know, those cassette albums, they used to come. It was
Oh,
on-
Mount. Oh, that's like going on years ago. I would never. I wouldn't remember.
Fuck, that reminds me of school.
M Samuel was fit from Daisy. No, first.
No, younger.
From one, eh?
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
What?
I remember.
okay.
I remember the white dudes at school. They were into like Public Enemy and Red Hat Kingpin and that.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time I ever, heard hip hop. But
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
not really Red Hat Kingpin. He was like a hip hop dude. But Public Enemy, they were like political and
Yeah.
Mm.
doing all that shit.
Two Live Crew. I remember listening to Two Live Crew
Mm.
when I was young. NWA.
Yeah.
Remember, Colors was my first like gangster movie that I watched.
Oh yeah, didn't know the gangster movies came out. Yeah, that was one of the first.
Yeah, Colors.
Mm.
'Cause
Blood in and blood out.
That came later on.
Yeah.
But they had the Warriors first day. The Warriors was the first.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Man. Ah.
Can you dig it? From that one scene. Can
Man.
you dig it?
Yeah.
But I think I watched Colors and Boys in the Hood at the same kind of time, even though these two movies were separate, came at different times. I watched them around the same time, and that was when I started getting into those kind of movies, those Black African movies, Because there was not many. There were a few comedy ones, but not many.
Yeah.
It was all drama, like Boys in the Hood stuff, Menace to Society, and then I remember when White Man Can't Jump came out.
About House Party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
House Party. Yeah, there was a few of them,
Yeah. You know those posts they've been putting up,
Mm.
and you had to pick one.
Mm.
Like some of them, they're hard to pick.
No, White Man Can't Jump. If you watch it properly,
That's what
there's enough to kill Friday any day.
what I-
Any day else.
That's what I thought.
Because like
yeah,
even
White
when
Man
I was
Can't
looking
Jump.
through the comments, and people were saying, people
Right.
like I think Buns wrote something about Rosie.
Yeah.
I heard one-liners.
Yeah.
I remember doing a speech in intermediate, and I used some of her talk when she's talking with Billy in bed. She goes, "I'm thirsty." And he goes up and gives her a glass of water.
Oh,
He goes,
yeah.
I said I'm thirsty. And he goes, "It means I want you to sympathize with me."
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crap. What the hell? Look, listen here. If someone says I'm thirsty and they got a glass of water, I'd love to have a drink.
I need to
Like,
watch that
damn.
again.
Yeah, it's
That was
brutal.
yeah.
Oh, the opening lines of that movie I crack up. Because your mum's an astronaut. It's like, whoa. What? That's the first time you ever heard that your mama shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right at the start, you know?
I remember the one that stands out that your mama's so old, she cut herself some.
And gravy poured out.
Yeah, it was gravy. Your mama's so old, she cuts herself. Gravy falls out. Or something like that.
Yeah, man, that's a classic movie.
But this is at that scene when the first day one when we first see them two together
There's a couple.
as a couple, and when they go back to their house.
Nah, that's when he does the.
The runner.
Oh, yeah, when he gets home
Oh.
and he goes, "Honey, I'm home." And then he chucks her the glass and she's like studying that book to get on the show.
Oh
How
yeah.
much money did you make, Billy? And he starts having a shower, and that's where Wesley Snipes knocks on the door.
Mm.
Yeah, now that scene's I think they're just having a nap. She wakes up there. But she's harder than
Nah,
that.
bro. I remember the sex scene in that, bro. She's sexy, man.
See, that's a problem back in those days because I had to like
Fought
watch
it.
Couldn't watch it at home, man.
Yeah, I
with my
know.
parents around, man.
That's like me too.
But see, I couldn't even afford it because once something like that comes up, my dad's like, "Nah, take it out, no more." Can't even fast forward it, man. So you have to watch it with your mates, say when you get the chance. But I remember explaining when we were at school the pop culture around the time, and I don't know, I forgot who I was talking to about. I was definitely on the podcast, but we were talking about Pacifica and Polynesian culture. That didn't really be something until later on. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have, all we had was movies and music. So we always, whatever we talked about, whatever we mimicked, whatever we put posters on our walls, whatever we wrote about, whatever we talked about, it was always had to do with hip hop or music or American culture. There wasn't anything like brown power or Polynesian or, hey.
Yeah, true. I think, true, right? Because, apart from those island shirts at the market.
Yeah, that was the
Warriors.
first. You're right, man. That was the first time.
Apart from that,
That was the first time that we could identify with something that was us.
Yeah.
Hey, because we couldn't,
Yeah.
Those Hawaiian shirts, Hawaiian power and that.
Samoan Power shirts.
Yeah. Was that Samoan power like a rip-off of the Hawaiian power? Hawaiian? Or was that just the whole part? Was that one whole thing?
No, I think because they sort of had the Arnold, like the Tahitian, Hawaiian, and they were like on the surfboards. But then I remember the Samoan ones, like they eventually put one in a guy in a lava lava. He didn't have a song like Mickey or anything.
Yeah.
But then
With the muscles.
yeah, it was just the muscles, eh?
Yeah. But was that the same people that was doing the shirts?
I'm not too sure.
Oh.
I just remember it being big, like back in the day. Those are the days you could get the NBA gears at the markets, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how the times were when.
It would be like the 90s, eh? Like 90, 90,
Would have been the
91.
90s. Yeah. Because we spoke when Lepi came on. We said that his band, Jam on Jam, was probably one of the things that
First
kicked
ones.
off the
Yeah.
brown culture. Eh? Like, we slowly overtook the American culture and mixed
yeah.
in with the brown. We had things to identify with. Eh?
Yeah, like
And-
headliner influences of the 90s.
Yeah.
Like before, like after Adija.
Yeah.
After
Oh,
Adija.
Adija was original. Eh?
Yeah, it would have been Jam on Jab. But that's taking me back to like 98, 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the purest form. See, we look at these bands, these first bands, and we say, man, these are Pacific Islanders, these are Samoans, these are Tongans, these are Samoans, these are Niueans, like doing the stuff that we can see that are not American. Hey, because we used to
Yeah.
American stuff,
Yeah.
but now we're starting to see our people bringing that culture merging into our own.
Yeah.
And it's probably 2000s, late 90s. Hey, Jam on Jam kicked it off. But we still had things before that, like you said, Adija. And what was the Rarotongan group? The American one? There was that Rarotongan group. They had the R&B songs in it. I forgot. They had the old 80s songs.
What, the Herbs?
Nah. Herbs as well, eh? With reggae. But who was that old Rarotongan band? The Cook Island R&B group from the 80s? The American
Man,
one.
that's good that'll be a good one to search for.
You know the song. If I play the song, you know the song. It's the obvious one. Fuck, I forgot. But yeah, man. From MC Hammer to this say.
What about vanilla? Were you ever a Vanilla Ice fan?
Yeah.
Just that one song.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
What other songs did he have?
Just that one. Oh, yeah, Riding in My 5.0 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rolling in My 5.0. That song. Do you remember that one?
Nah. Did he have like a Cold as Ice song or something? Nah.
Was that the
Oh.
name of his album?
Oh, this is going back years,
You think
man.
about vanilla ice cream?
Like, you're talking about the other chick, I See Blue.
I see.
Oh, yeah.
But he jumped on that bandwagon, eh? Really nice.
That was back in Form 1.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that because I forgot who used to sing it all the time. But I remember being in intermediate and listening to that song.
It's been the tape decks.
Yeah.
I think I got my cousin's tape
Vanilla
deck.
Ice, that's just after Milli Vanilli, eh? Just
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
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 Because Milli Vanilli was in my primary school days.
Hey,
Bobby
they
Brown.
some good jams, man.
Shit, bro. Bangers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? If Milli Vanilli was out now and we discovered that they were like miming, we wouldn't give a fuck. Eh?
Yeah.
Nah.
people wouldn't
Nah.
We wouldn't care. We say,
Yeah.
oh, can you just keep on going?
care. Yeah, man.
Keep on making songs? Because, man, that was a big deal. That other guy committed suicide, eh? One of
Yeah.
them,
That's
I heard.
good life, yeah.
all because of depression and everything.
Yeah, and the bad publicity they were getting there, just overall. But man, these songs are anthems, eh?
Yeah.
Especially in the Ranui, man. Like,
Mm.
so I remember going through a few Christmases and being like, "Sorry, turn it down. Fuck, are they playing Milli Vanilli? You find one of their songs?"
Oh man, this what's one of their songs?
Blame It on the Rain.
Blame It on the Rain.
Yeah, man. Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, Girl, I'm Gonna Miss
Oh,
You.
yeah.
Or was it don't talk about baby, baby. Don't forget my number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them and Nina Cherry.
Oh yeah, shit. What was his song?
I forget. But that number one remind me of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one will care if they got discovered or fake.
Yeah, man, they'll be hot. They'll probably be like relevant, hey.
But I can understand why. Have you seen the real people they were singing?
Nah, I never ever
Man.
saw
Nah.
that.
They were like, okay, I
I know they're
why.
black though. I know they're black.
Yeah, yeah. The guy was black. He looked like he reminded me of the guy of what's that? Urkel, that sitcom with Urkel, Steve Urkel,
Family
the
Matters.
dad.
Oh,
hey.
He looks like him.
Sure.
He looked like him.
The cop.
Yeah, the cop. The cop who's also on Die Hard.
What's his name? Carl. Carl.
Ah.
Withers. Is it Withers? No. Throwback. Some throwbacks.
Shit, man.
It's time to show our age, huh?
Yeah.
I think it was tape deck.
Yeah. Man, I remember borrowing my cousin's tape deck and the headphones,
Mm.
and that was the hot shit. And then the CD player came out, eh? Fuck, I used to think that was the hot shit,
Fuck, the CD player came out and you had to be rich to earn money.
Yeah.
Yeah, CD player.
But remember the old Walkmans, eh?
Yeah,
The
those
cassette-
CD player ones. Massive ass round little thing.
Yeah.
Plug your headphones to it.
You know the headphones, like remember the orange one, the orange pad that goes on. I thought it was flash.
Yeah.
When you had one of those orange ones, not the black one, I thought, man, you'll flash.
Was that like the headphones that they give you on the airplane? But
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
yeah,
one
yeah,
wire,
yeah.
eh? The one little band.
But yeah. But it was made out of steel and it lasts for ages.
Mm.
They were the only ones that didn't break. Only apart from not hearing on one side
Mm.
after a while. Not like these ones that we wear now. Fuck, they snap all the time.
I used to be fiddly with my Walkman, like I had the clip on the back. Like,
Yeah.
try to clip it in my shorts,
Yeah,
top of my
yeah.
shorts, and just walk around and think I'm bad. Catch a bus, and have
Yeah.
my Walkman there.
Man, times have changed, bro.
Fuck, now you can just put all your shit on your phone, man.
Yeah.
And doesn't even have to be connected.
Man, this generation has no idea, eh? They have no idea this trying,
Nah,
man.
no.
I
Man,
remember we used to listen to the CD, and then if it wasn't the album, it was just a cassette. You had the instrumental version, the main
Oh,
radio, the
yeah,
radio
yeah.
version.
The
And
single.
if it got to the point where it got halfway through and it wouldn't change, it means your batteries are flat. You
yeah.
take it out and bite them.
Yep.
Try and get that last bit out. Try and time it for when
That was
almost home.
the the batteries trick game.
Yeah.
Man, I used to try and tape the new songs off the radio stations.
Yeah. I remember doing
It's
that too.
pressing the record button on your tape player.
To make sure you delete the radio part when they speak.
Yeah, but they used to just talk over the song on purpose.
Yeah. 'Cause a lot of people were doing the copyright, eh?
Yeah, hard on, man. I did that for what? Bone Thugs and Harmony, first of the month. And I brought it to school one time.
I remember when Bone Thugs came out. Bro.
Fuck, that was me.
They blew up, eh?
I was further into our college years.
I remember writing down the lyrics, like pressing play.
Yeah.
The first line. Write it down. Stop. Write it down. Press the next one. Write it down.
I did that for a few songs, but I can't remember now. Mainly the Warren G album. I remember that one.
But I appreciated like just listening to the cassette over and over again and just memorizing the words from doing that, without writing the words down.
It's funny you say you use recorder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to just listen to classic hits at night because they used to play all the Atlantic Star and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, that's old school R&B, like love ballads
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah,
But when I listen to them back now, like my kids are listening to it, but it's like, fuck, takes you back, hey. And now you can just like instantly just bring it up on YouTube, just watch it.
Yeah, my brother, because he's into music in it, and he's got a record player. So we had some of my mum's old vinyls, and we were playing them like Motown and that, and the Beverly Hills Cop song. It was a single. They had the single on the record player. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know we had that, and we had Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Why do we have this again? You wanted it. Okay, did I?
Soundtracks was a big one,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
the singles.
But that's how movies were done back then, eh?
Yeah.
So right up to like say Bad Boys, like everything
yeah.
had a song, like a feature song, and that's what made people want to see the video. Like when I saw White Man Can't Jump, you knew like that White Man Can't Jump, the song was like, oh shit, is it a movie? Because you saw Wesley Snipes and
Yeah.
on the video, so you're like, oh fuck, there must be a movie coming out. Like that's how I caught wind of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's interesting too. Because before internet, before YouTube, like when you watch a trailer, it's real cool to watch.
Yeah.
When you watch a preview or a trailer, and you couldn't watch it. Only way you could watch a trailer was when you go to the movies and you see it in the beginning. So it hardly comes on TV.
Nah.
It doesn't really come on TV. Or if you get a video and you watch the previews at the beginning of the
Yeah.
video.
They show
VHS.
all those previews like when you
Yeah.
used to get the Commander.
Another way was music clips. If you watch a music video of a song that's connected to the soundtrack, then it shows clips of the movie. and
yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
you watch the video clip. Eh?
Yeah.
What was those countdown music TV shows they used to have? RTR Countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was later on in the 90s?
Yeah, it was that, yeah.
Oh, was it?
I was ready,
Oh,
I was
okay.
ready to roll in the
Oh,
80s.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think they had,
really
like,
to roll.
Top of the Pops.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
one. Yeah, that's right. I used to watch a lot of that.
But was that more live? Top of the Pop?
Yeah, there was like an audience, There was an audience there.
Yeah.
Whoever was there the week, because their top 40 or their top 40 was different from our top 40, but whatever was number one over there eventually
Yeah.
came over here like, way later though.
Man, I remember going to the record stores too. Man, I missed those.
Real groovy.
Yeah,
Man,
especially
ECM, my music show was ECM music
On the
That's
mall.
the one.
downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to just go straight there.
Man, I used to go check
a
out in the
whole
music
somebody-
stores all the time,
all
man.
the all the cassettes.
Wow. I get the singles and that.
I remember I used to like go and ask them, hey, I want to buy this album, but can I listen to it first?
Yeah,
And then I'll get them to like put it on, and then I'll go, can you remember on the wall?
on the wall.
Yeah.
And then I'll listen to like 5-6 songs, and like replay.
Oh man, I had a flashback of that when I watched the Minions movie. 'Cause
Oh,
he goes
true.
into, I think he goes to Criminal Records, and then he goes in and he says the password. Then they go booth 1. You walk over to the booth and the headset's there, and they're already playing it for you, or they give you the cassette and you go put it in, and you have a listen. That's what that was, eh?
Yeah.
Modernized that. They were doing it from behind the at the store. Eh?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, just go onto headphones number 5, and you just put it on.
I used to do that all the time,
that was a
man.
mean song.
But they had once a row of headphones, eh?
Yeah.
With the album on the...
Yeah,
And you just go
Yep.
listen.
like top 10 or something.
Yeah.
Top 10 albums of the week or the month.
Man, that'd be mean if they did it these days, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. But Bluetooth style.
Yeah.
Well, they had 2 music stores, eh? They had Sounds and ECM.
Yeah, that's right.
Electric City Music and Sounds. And you
Sounds.
go to town, you go to Marbix,
Yeah.
which is still there. You know Marbix is still...
Is it?
Yeah,
On Queen Street.
Down the bottom, me. At that arcade at the bottom.
Yeah.
What's that real groovy you were saying? It's
Yeah.
still there too, eh?
Yeah, up top
Up
of...
or further up.
Top of Queen Street, yeah.
Yeah, that's where Joe got his vinyls from.
It's interesting, eh? Because Real Groovy, that's evolved all these years. Because now they're doing a lot of books and pop culture books, and they do a lot of vinyl because, DJs still
Yeah, still
Looking
good.
for vinyls.
still getting vinyls and that.
I don't.
You can get your DVDs, but they're all like, no one buys DVDs anymore.
Nah.
So
I
it's
need to.
mostly games, it's mostly like gifts and that. It's sort of like a Wickles without the books.
Mm.
Now how they have those little toys and that. But yeah.
Yeah, I miss going to record stores. Ah. It's funny that.
Because I think you appreciate music more, eh? Those days.
Ah.
Because you know how easy it is to get your favorite song
Right now.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got Spotify or download, you can listen to it anytime. But back then, even if you put it in a mix, and if you get your favorite song in a mixtape, so those mixtapes back in the school days, you're the man if you had the mean one. Eh?
Yeah.
There are so many of them. There's heaps. I used to get pissed off when I used to watch movies and there'll be a specific song on there that I want to find, but I didn't know how to find it back in those days. Now you can find any song in any movie or any scene. So shit, big difference.
I didn't personally know anyone that could like do a mixtape for me, but the ones I grabbed, of mates and that.
Yeah.
Like I remember them showing off in that of the mix.
Do the
and
rounds.
Do the rounds. They'll save the best ones and the one that everyone hears.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
go around.
Fuck. Those mixtapes used to get around, all right. Oh, fuck, you got the same mix as me.
Yeah, man. So, boys, this is episode 135. 135 of Back on 135. And it's funny because I got a shout out to Jordan Fruin because he's the one that sort of mentioned, I think last year, he mentioned, oh man, what are you going to do for, because I was always thinking when we started this podcast, we're going to make 50. We're going to have a big one for 50. We're going to make a big one for 100. Have these milestone episodes, 100, 200, 300. Because, I was thinking back then, because I think we talked about it. Like our first podcast, if we go back to listen to that first one we did 3 years ago. Like, I think we talked about how long we're going to, But in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to do this until we never. And so I never thought that every milestone, I never thought episode 135 will be a milestone. But it is, because, hey, we're back on 135.
We're here.
So the episode 135, that's why I wanted you guys to come in, because we're all from 135.
Yeah.
So,
It's buzzy too.
man. But, yeah, man, I'm just proud of this podcast there.
It should be, bro.
Yeah.
Should be, man. I think Matariki's aligned the stars, man.
Yeah.
Queensland won last night. Damn.
Yeah,
The silver star.
yeah, bro.
Okay, you want to put that game in this? Okay.
Bro.
Heaven.
But you know what, man? I don't know about you guys, but that was the meanest game in a long time.
Yeah.
From start. Remember, we watched today.
Yeah.
Not even 2 minutes. Already 2 guys out.
Yeah.
Out cold, man.
And then there was a third player that was out.
I only watched the last 20 minutes, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I only watched the last 20. I actually didn't even watch it. I listened to, say, I think the second half, 30 minutes in. I was listening to it because I was driving. The kids were watching it on the phone app.
Oh, yeah.
And we went through McDonald's. And we heard, what's his name?
Grant.
No, the fullback came through, scored the try.
Oh, Ponga.
When Ponga scored, man, we were in the drive-through, right? They were driving. I was like beeping the horn hard out, You can see everyone at Point Shiv, and then all at the pub just screaming hard out.
Yeah.
He was the player of the game, eh?
Killing Ponga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when he scored that try, when he stepped at the last half a minute, eh?
Yeah.
And then
Because if he went
got
straight, he
down.
would have got tackled.
Yeah. But man, and then I just felt like this guy, he wanted it, eh? He wanted it.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, man, because the way Queensland played, they wanted it, eh? That's what I saw. Because we made too much mistakes, New South Wales. I'm a New South Wales supporter. We made too many mistakes, and you can like pinpoint certain mistakes that led to Queensland coming back and leading up to a try.
Because I didn't watch like most of the second half, but by the sounds of it, it's just this one particular Tongan new end they just keep coming up. And in my head, I was like, that's why that Pukio shouldn't be on the field, mate. You turn down the Tongan jerseys to go play for the Blues.
Yeah.
Well, it was him and it was Stephen Crichton too. When he did this, when he got tackled.
Oh, yeah, and he threw it
back
behind on the
he
try line.
got tackled, but he
Take
threw
the
it to no
first
one.
take the tackle.
Threw it to no one, and it led to a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Queensland got the ball back.
Well, all I could hear was, so fighting!
Oh, bro, when he ran his first run though, he smashed the young guy when he rolled over him,
Yeah.
and then he scored that try under the post.
But you could go up to those Samoan boys that played well for New South,
Mm.
but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't enough. Like that desire to win.
Yeah, it
Like-
wasn't there. Oh, that's exactly what I saw,
It
man.
was just like
There was no.
yeah,
It was
they
not.
had nothing. The left
yeah.
flank didn't have shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Brian To'o was playing like they pulled him in from the wing. He at one point he was on the right side of the field, but it's like, oh, what's Tonga doing? You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's not enough, man. It's like
You know, at least Queensland were throwing it around. You know, they were throwing it
Yeah.
around and trying to get. You know, where Warriors used to play like back in the days. They
Yeah.
throw it around and you know they just make something out of nothing.
yeah.
Well, they're keeping the ball alive, doing those kind of styles, and it, you know, they just told me because when New South Wales got the ball back, they were just running straight up and can't even get out their 20.
Yeah.
You know, like
But that's I think everything came off the back of Daily True Evans. Like
Yeah.
even they'd go like one side to the other side of the field, and then it was like when it was time to kick, it's like, but they were in the right places there. Because every kick I was like, man,
So
these guys
that-
gonna catch it, eh? He's like, man, for the first time you'd be like, hey, bro, New South was like,
mm.
doesn't look like they want to play.
they did that one bomb. Oh, okay.
So this.
Maybe it's just the phone. Oh, yeah.
It must
Wow.
be the FBI tapping in on that. It's only a game, guys. It's only a game.
Yeah, besides the match, like, we knew the results and that. It's so funny, watching your timeline on, like, I was watching my timeline on Facebook, just seeing everyone's, the comments, you know, and they're all New South Wales supporters. And some of them, they're like, fucking still, if Queensland and all that stuff, you know.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Man, shout out
Fuck
to
Queensland.
Daryl Afiaki in the shirt, man.
Fuck Queensland. You know what? when I saw
I think Lissy said it too, eh? He goes, I told her, Queensland, yeah, get fucked. That's it. That's all I have to say.
And you know what? You can tease Andrew Johns for like, you know, saying what he said on that little snippet that's on social media. But you know what? Nah, man, that's how we feel, man. Yep, that's it.
No,
No, you're the man, Andrew Johns. You say it like it is.
nah, he's got. I reckon that's just passion. Like, he's obviously a passionate New South Wales, ex-player. But just did you see it, Let's?
Yeah.
How he yeah
He goes, no, but it was sort of like a setup anyways.
yeah
Because they could tell he was filthy pissed there.
yeah
And like, that's why when the camera zooms in, and like, or just on them, you can see Cameron Smith like having a laugh. He's like, wow.
yeah.
And then Betty starts laughing there. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, we've got to listen to the next 12 months or you'll...
yeah fucking bullshit.
I loved it. I loved what Andrew Johns did. I loved it.
Oh, okay,
And you know, people saying sore loser. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, we're sore losers, man. Fuck, we're sore losers.
it was a mean game, mate. It was a mean game, but someone had to win. You know, some team had to win.
And that's the thing about Staff Origin. You got two teams every single year. You got half supporters. You got half your family friends supporting one or the other. There's not gonna be like, hey, if you lose, you lose, man. Sorry, come back next year. You're gonna get like teased.
But you
know?
see how
Yeah.
everyone's so intrigued and like, fuck yeah. Where's that passion when it comes to Samoa versus Tonga? Hey, and
Yeah.
rugby. Or where's that passion when the All Blacks play Ireland? Hey, there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's nothing, man.
I think that comes from the way the NRL
Advertise it.
uses, like, develops, has that culture, that sporting culture over there in Australia.
Mm.
Like they make their supporters passionate about their team. America does it too. If you look
Yeah.
at American sports,
Yeah.
These fans-
Yeah, hard, die hard,
they
man.
diehard fans, man. They
Yeah.
The softball, baseball,
Yeah.
ice hockey,
Yeah.
gridiron.
America manages to do it to every single sport.
Mm.
They
Yeah.
have the NFL,
Yeah.
basketball, and the baseball too.
And I think it's beautiful, eh?
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
it is.
beautiful thing.
It
Like
is.
in my house, I got a kid that goes to Messi. My daughter went to Messi and ended up in Mount Albert, and I went to Custon. But whenever Mount Albert played Custon, I always go watch their game. But I drag my daughter with me, and every time we've won the last 3 games, like at home and never there, that we played Mount Albert, I'm always yelling out, the Lions belly up. I'll just say it when we won the game, the Lions belly up, like, you know. And she's like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna drive home listening to this shit. But now that culture is cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think how American does it, it's all got to do with making the people spend their money.
yeah,
That's what it all comes down to. Like, if you're passionate about a team, you want to spend your money on the merchandise for that team.
Yeah,
You know, and they do this. So you can tell we don't have that culture here in New Zealand because you don't get all these diehard fans do that to the All Blacks, just like you said.
yeah.
Like, you know, even the Crusaders. The Crusaders are a team that wins, a winning team, a team that are champions every year in Super Rugby. They're always up there. You know, they're hard to beat. They've won 3 in a row with Razor, 4 in a row, whatever. They've won, you know, multiple championships.
yeah,
But the fans, the fans don't have the same passion on the level up there with America and in around. Yeah. Because I think it's got to do with. I think it's got to do with how New Zealand treats their sporting teams, and with the funding, because they rely on funding from club rugby. They rely on funding from the government. They don't, you know, they rely on that kind of funding. They don't put their energies into getting the people to be passionate about their team, so they can spend the money on your team.
yeah,
You know, it's funny because we've caught on to the state of origin.
yeah,
Because state of origin is capturing our passion
yeah,
for these teams that we have no affiliation with.
yeah. It's in a
we're not-
different country.
We're a different country, not born there. You know, we have nothing connected to the states, right? To those 2 states, New South Wales and Queensland. But because of they've made state of origin into a culture where these people are, make yourself passionate for the team. You buy the gears.
Yeah,
You buy the New South Wales tops. You buy the Queensland top. Look, your Queensland
they
tops.
look stunning.
You go around New Zealand. Oh, you go around Auckland. You see people with beanies, maroons hoodies. You know, because these people are spending money on
Yeah.
their team.
On the
and-
team they
and-
support and follow.
Exactly. And then because of that, you're gonna spend money to catch a plane, go over there, go to Suncorp,
Yeah,
go to NZ Stadium, and watch these games.
yeah,
You know, they're gonna drag us over. It's not anything that NRL has done in terms of, here's a game, come watch it if you want. They've developed a whole culture
yeah.
Come and watch it.
It's a follow.
Hard.
to
People
follow.
are-
Yeah.
People want to be part of it.
Yeah.
Hey, would you say, well, I got asked a question: is Origin footy like the actual like Origin? Do you reckon that's bigger than like an All Black and Australian test? What would you guys
Ooh, that's a
think?
good one.
Because to me, I reckon Origin is bigger.
Yeah. I think so. Because New Zealand still got league fans. You know, there's a separation between rugby union fans and league fans here in Auckland. You know, the league's always the blue collar sort of game sport. You know, where even Pacific Islanders, you know, relate to, you know, as fans. Because I feel like there's more league fans than rugby union fans. I feel, even though when you go Super Rugby games, there's heaps of people supporting.
It's still packed.
And it's still packed. Still people, you know. But but when you talk to people, it's league. You know, it's more league.
Yeah. I think it's because league's more simplified, eh? The sport itself is simplified. Like, you know, when people, they can just watch it. They, like, for example, tags, like, in the last 3 years is like the fastest growing sport in New Zealand. It's because it's easier to play, and like all different ages, all different sizes can play, and the rules are easy. You can catch on to it, you know. It's just like league. League's a simple game. It's just like a tackle version of touch. So there's more people on the field, and because people would know, oh, that team's got the ball. Whereas in rugby, you know, there's too many bloody rules, too much bullshit, and they're making it even worse by adding the TMO and then the review as well, which
Yeah.
is sort of stupid, eh?
Because now it's more about safety now, and
About
how many red
safety.
cards that come out now?
Bro,
It's like part of the game now.
That wasn't even a red card,
Yeah,
man.
the refs not backing themselves, eh? Like when they make decisions or whether they want to call or like see at their first play,
Yeah,
they're having to do that. Oh, can we go to a review? And
Well, the
Last play.
the rule is like any sort of head knock is automatic card of some sort. Depending how intentful it is or how bad it is, it's a red card. If it's an accident, if they know it's an accident, if the player did his best to not make the impact, then it's a yellow. But if you look at that Roger game, there would be red cards going flying everywhere. If it came to rugby, man. But it's a different sport, eh?
But the best thing they done was like rugby league with the state of origin, and that situation is like keeping the single refs, because I'm sure like there was one, I don't know how far back, but when they try to bring the 2 refs in for the NRL, that they didn't want that in state of origin, because it would be too fast. But I mean, keeping the 1 ref on the field is all good, eh?
Yeah.
You had 2 refs before, you had one whistle go, then the other guy going back.
Yeah, that's confusing.
It's confusing, eh?
But in the game last night, the intensity, they compared it like the stat that was, I think it was in the 90s or something, but the normal NRL game is in the 80s or something.
Yeah.
It was the intensity was just up, eh?
Yeah. But it shows what a break can do, eh? Like, because it's best of 3. Like say, like another thing is like when they did the tradition of first time coaches winning at the cider and inside Suncorp, like Billy Slater's like the 5th guy to do it, eh?
Oh, okay, wow.
It's like when you think about it, it's like had the game been played in Sydney, could we have seen a different result?
Yeah.
Like the crowd has to have played a hand in that.
Yeah, man.
But then again, they lost 2 guys early in the opening minutes. It's like, these guys had way more to play for it because you knew that they were going to lose 2 guys and
it's amazing
15 plays.
It's amazing to me after the tragic 8 years in a row with Queensland. That made sense to me because Queensland had the best players in the team. It's kind of like a role reversal now with New South Wales and their players, but we're still losing.
Who had the younger
crucial moments.
Who had the younger pack though? Was it Queensland or New South? Wasn't it Queensland?
Man, I don't know.
The pack was younger. They had younger, like 19-year-olds.
Yeah, I know our backs are pretty young, eh? Because we got talent, but we lack experience.
Yeah. Hey, I still rate Ivan Cleary though. Oh no, what's his name? Nathan.
Yeah,
Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he didn't have a good game. The standard.
Not like the second game,
that kick, eh?
Oh man, that gave. See, people thought Ben Hunt was the man. Now you guys should thank Cleary for gifting that try.
Because when you see it on like the slow mo, it's like he chipped it, and then like it was chipped into his hands, and he caught it,
But Luai with his little standing over the top of
Yeah, what you think of that?
Yeah, that
like to me that's just like fuck. I hope Samoa doesn't look at trying to take him on because, bro, for Josh Papali'i to react like that, like Samoan or not Samoan, like fuck that. So he's like fuck that shit's ugly, eh? Especially when you see it in any sport. Like it's alright to do it in the moment when you're doing it head to head. But when a guy's out,
it's KO'd, yeah.
That's I don't know, bro. What a knob, eh? Like I couldn't play against a guy who played like that and shake his hand after the game. I wouldn't want to shake his hand.
Just
until he came out and fully said apology. Because he's saying, no, I don't regret anything, eh?
Oh,
that's his attitude about it. It's like, no, that is what it is,
I put that down to just like the intensity. That happens. Adrenaline rush. But he said he didn't think he didn't know he was knocked out there. He was just
bullshit, man.
That's what he said.
That's just shit propellers, man. Like if a guy hasn't moved.
He's doing his gang.
He got the bottles to go. Oh yeah, you got the fuck out. Yeah, what?
He's doing his gang signs on the ground, bro.
In his head, he's like, okay, what, bro?
Yeah.
If Papa Lee had a connected, bro, I would have loved to have seen. Bro, did you get him in the eye?
I was watching too many Friday. Knock the fuck out.
Bro. That was a pretty mean KO though, man. Shit.
But I think it does good for Samoa, because these guys that have that origin experience, they just pass it on when they play the World Cup.
The country.
I'm looking forward to the World Cup, guys.
When is it?
Oh man, the hope is that these New South Wales forwards go and vouch for the tour, eh? Because, bro, if you had the Safety and Polo playing
For
they got a
Tonga.
solid team, mate.
Bro.
I feel sorry for the Samoans that played, like, you know, the front row from Manly, if he gets picked, you know, who do you put on the bench? If you name all those New South Wales and Queensland players to play, like Tino and that, who do you put on the bench? It's like, oh, screw whatever, guys. The Pacific round doesn't count, you know? This is World Cup now. You don't want to pick your best team.
I like that winger and the fullback and Staines, Charlie Staines. He had a mean game. Him and who's the winger? There was Jackson Polo and the other guy. The other guy was good. But I think Tosamo's gonna be a good team, eh?
That's
Solid
the hope,
team.
eh? The hope is that they knock off the Tongans if they play against him. And they got the players to do it.
That'd be a mean game.
Tonga was disappointing against the Kiwis that game.
Yeah. It's because Manu Mau's not on the team. You have a Parramatta leader like that. That's
Yeah.
what you need. You need the gangster in the team, man. Otherwise, everyone's going to be like Lua and be like Aikaya, you know? Can do all the talking, they come to the fighting, then got nothing.
There's a Kiwis Tongan too, eh? There's a Reese, not Reese, the one that, I saw the interview and he made a joke where he said, I'm only Tongan, like, from the waist down. When the lady asked him, they asked him, oh, you're part Tongan, eh? And then he goes, but he played for the Kiwis. The one with the blonde hair.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. He was number 9. Oh, anyway.
The hooker.
Yeah, the hooker. He's part Tongan, half Tongan, and they were saying that he's only Tongan from the waist down, man, the cheeky bugger. Bruh.
So yeah, man, I was pissed off when we lost it.
Yeah. Wait. Because I came here and I watched it upstairs with Cam and another Cam. Like I wanted to celebrate hard, but I kept it quiet, But when I went into the car, I was like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!"
Shit, I was pissed
Right.
off, man. Couldn't believe it. That was a good setup because when you guys scored again to take the lead, but it was for me, in my eyes, I was okay. Next try wins.
Yeah,
And man, if we got that last try to just possibly seal the game, but I reckon we would have if we got the next try. But you guys got that try.
Yeah, there was some crucial moments in the game, eh? Like
Yeah.
when Talakai.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
fuck.
bro.
That's his name? Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, when I was driving back from Point 7, we went through McDonald's. And like, last night as a dad, it made me feel mimika. Like, I felt proud. As soon as we got out the theater, my daughter was like, Mom, get your phone. Why? The game's on. She was getting messages through the movie. She's 10, 12 then. So we left Silver Park, got to Point 7, and that's when Ponga scored. And she was going nuts. And my two girls are going, yeah, who's got the Ponga? Then we Bluetoothed it. I was listening to it on the speakers, eh? As soon as we got inside, man, I turned on the TV and we were up by 4. Right, everything else was magic, eh? I was just like, look at these guys, they got a fold, eh? And I could see the bench. The bench looked like they were defeated, eh?
Yeah.
New South Wales bench had nothing. They had nothing for it. Because like in the first 3 plays from when I got out of the car and went inside the house, Queensland just kicked it down, and that's when we did the 40-20.
Yeah,
And then the next
yeah.
play we
That
scored.
was a key
And
moment.
another kickoff, and it was like, man, New South Wales was stuck in the 20 meters, eh?
Yeah.
they got nothing. Like that last 10, man, you need the big plays to come out, Like that kick didn't come off, but they could have been executed better, They could have gone down the other side, because it looked like Tupo didn't do shit the whole game, and even when he did, it was like too little, too late.
Yeah, he dropped the. Oh no, that one where he it
dropped
was on
that
the
high ball,
sideline, eh? Yeah,
Dropped the,
that was another key
He's a
moment.
confusing pick for me because they dissed Adokar for the last 3 games. I get why they chose Tupo because he can get the high ball, but he never got any high ball all series.
Yeah,
Never even went there. So I didn't get that.
So why
Maybe
pick
it
him,
was, and this I criticize Brad Fittler for sticking with that option because I think it was just him trying to save face. like knowing that it was a mistake picking Tupou. But if you want to backtrack on that, because the media was saying not, and to have him still picked, obviously it wasn't the right guy. Hey,
Yeah.
he wasn't the right guy. But I think he just wanted to save face and he's gonna do good, but he never did any good in that third game. And it's the third game, and that Talakai one was a suspect one too, because you're putting all these inexperienced guys.
The
you know?
Tongan players on the New South Wales team. Simply, to put it simply.
Yeah.
And it was the right side too. He was like, damn. Right side flank. Crichton, Tupou, and the Talakai.
Man.
I love how like you can play St. Roger and play for your home country,
Yeah.
at the same time, or later on anyway. Because if these guys weren't allowed to play for Tonga or Samoa, that'd be sad. Eh?
Yeah. Fuck yeah,
You know?
man. They don't. Yeah. Because if they can't play for the Kiwis or the Australian team, and and they are available to play for their country, what?
Mm.
But I mean, there's a whole lot of other back rows playing like in around now that they still haven't allowed to play. Like, Fafita could have played. Tomalola could easily play. I mean, we could carry on, but I mean, we won the series, so there's nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet times, man. Sweet times, eh? Thank you, Matariki. Away with the parcel.
So another year gone, St. Roger year, and another disappointment for me. But today I looked on, man. Today social media was going hard out. I'm like, fuck it out. Every time I go on my feed, and all this, like what the Angel Song said, all this fucking bullshit, Queensland bullshit on my feed. Saying fuck. Everyone laughing at us. Ha ha, shame. Ha ha. You guys fucking losers. You guys are losers.
That
I'm
would
like,
solidified
fuck,
my belief in the team that's underdog, eh?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, couldn't see it. Even if they had like Aro Carr and like Mitchell played, usually gonna win up there. Not with that crowd. Couldn't see it happening, eh? Even if Andrew Jones was playing himself, I didn't see it happening, eh?
I'll tell you one thing. If we had Turbo healthy, if he had Mitchell healthy, Aro Carr, he's healthy but never played, they would have been done better than those guys we had
Yeah.
in their place, at least. Because experience means a lot.
I think Brad Fittler doesn't pick. I think it's his advisors or whoever's in his team or whatever.
Mm.
But then I guess he has the last say to, if it's okay. I mean the green light. Yeah, but at a car, man, he's danger, bro.
Mm.
I saw him in the other Origin day. He ripped up the other a few years back.
But even what Billy Slater's done too, just they spoke about it on the panel last night, like when he was approached by the board to go for the job, he knew fuck, I can't do it by myself. I need a team. So to get the spine of the winning glory days to come and help him, of course they're gonna do well,
Yeah.
It's not like the pressure's on just the one coach.
Mm.
At the end of the day, it's a team effort. That's how we obviously displayed it last night.
At halftime when Darren Lockyer came and interviewed Billy Slater, just when he came out of the locker room at halftime when they were about to run out, and he's telling him, "Oh, what do you guys have to do to win the game?" And man, I believed what Billy Slater was saying. He was saying, "Oh, these guys got to dig in and bring out their passion, and if they want it, they gotta go get it. You have to want it." And I was listening to him going, fuck you, man. You're right, man. You're right. I was like, fuck. We're gonna defuse that one. We're gonna defuse that, but we didn't.
That simply is it, eh? You can have all the skills in the world. You can you can be the best cooker, the best and pretty much the Penrith backline is the best backline in the NRL.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the crunch, when it comes to clutch, you gotta want it, eh?
Yeah. How bad do you want it?
It's having a half-ass decisions to kick or pass here and there. It's not gonna cut us because that's pretty much finals for the A. And that was the game. That was the decider. Obviously, either Cleary was deflated by just what was happening, and because they were on the back foot, to be stuck in your half.
Yeah.
You got nothing, eh? But I mean, as an athlete, as a player, fuck, you should have the fitness to get you over.
Yeah.
But especially playing Origin, you get picked because they believe in you, eh? But if you don't believe in yourself to try and win it,
Yeah.
it's like
Digging
one of those-
deep.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta dig deep, eh?
Yeah, because that's what Queensland did, man. And they were throwing it around like that. They were keeping the ball alive, trying to get every inch of that. Every inch of it.
meters.
eh?
Even when Ben, they
You know?
interviewed Ben after he had scored that try, like straight after the game, and he said, "Man, when I saw that deflected and I caught it, I backed myself because I knew my short legs were gonna get me. But if I could beat my short legs, could just beat the second row behind me. I knew I was in. You know,
Mm.
I was like, yeah, that's what digging deep is, eh? Like,
Yeah,
usually
man.
at the end
Ah.
of your training, you go do the extras, eh? You go
Yeah.
do the last 40-meter sprints. Like, you practice that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So when he got the charge and then it happened to come off and he caught it, in my head I was like, fuck, he's gonna get caught by To'o. But then To'o, like, nah, fuck, I can't catch this guy from 20 meters.
No, what's that? The second row, the yo, he nearly caught him.
Was
Eh?
there, yo? Yeah.
Man, but
I
no,
don't
he
call
just-
5 meters caught. Not even Kyle would have caught him moves.
Yeah,
Not even
nah,
Kyle
yeah,
would have
he's-
caught him moves like, cut off, why?
You know, if I was Brad Filler, I would not choose any surrounding the boys. 'Cause
yeah,
I would have that little thing in my head thinking, man, this is their origin, man. You got to be passionate about your state, like Queenslanders. If you got little tiny, little 1.5 or 0.5% of loyalty to any other team, in this case Samoa Tonga, that's
Really?
too much. That's too risky for me to have you represent New South Wales. You know?
Yeah, that's a big call. But even to win to win a series,
Okay, Phil Gould,
'cause it's
okay.
all about winning a series. It's not winning the World Cup. No, that's spot on. If that's what you feel will win you a series.
Because how many Islanders in the Queensland team? There was not as many as New South Wales.
I think New South had like seven players. But yeah, I don't know. Just man, even seeing their team on paper, it's like fuck, you got a good team, man.
yeah, solid team.
Solid team.
Yeah, but
the-
see, we proved tonight, we're talking about it, that, you know, the drive and passion overtakes that talent.
Yeah,
That if you want it, you want it. Like when Capo scored that try, he wanted it when he
Yeah.
dived between Luai
two,
and
yeah.
and To'o, eh?
no, and that was a mean setup try too, because
Yeah.
Harry Grant turned, did the chip on that
Yeah.
that side, you know, but it looked like it was a set play or something.
Yeah.
See, but that
Right.
was off the fly. It looked like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
man.
that's just
Anyway, just memories. Nah, that was a mean game,
those
bro.
memories.
That was a mean game.
All time, one of the all-time great games.
Has
Yeah,
to be,
def-
bro.
yeah,
The
definitely,
last
man,
5 years,
bro.
yeah.
Last 5 years, or
Last
Just-
five,
it
just
doesn't match
the-
up to the 90s.
The Mark Quinn one.
well, because looking at the landslide of like how many good players, like how many good players they weren't playing for New South, considering like they still fielded a solid team. Yeah, man, like the underdog wanted it, like
Yeah,
because they just wanted it that much more, especially up there.
Yeah, this is one of the great games in recent times, anyway. Because I think if you go back to the old days, you know, it's up there with those games.
yeah.
Especially because they had the fighting too.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
That
the
was-
fights. Yeah,
Yeah.
if there
Yeah.
was no fights, I would have been, oh man. Because from memory, like the only last big punch up that I remember vividly was when Steve Price got cheap shot. Then that was the all-on brawl. Like fuck, that was like, oh man, he's really knocked out.
Yeah, because there was hardly any fights up until that time, last night.
Yeah.
Because the rules changed, more strict.
They just let them smash each other. Give them like on ice hockey. Sit them like a minute. No one's allowed to jump in.
Just one
40 seconds starts. No, go boom.
No, yeah, I definitely enjoyed watching last night's game. The energy was from the minute, the whistle blew, bro. Yeah, even though, It's a bit quiet last night, bro.
Nah, man, we were cheering the house down there. We were
Yeah,
sitting down
I
there.
was inside.
I was like, yeah, ooh, yeah, buddy. My daughter was on it. I was like, yeah, with my jersey on it. I was just cracking up, man.
Look, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad social media's over. Everyone's done their losers stuff on feed. Tomorrow's a new day. Wait till next year. We'll be back. New South Wales will be back. Well, where were you? What movie were you guys watching?
The Minions movie, The Rise of Gru.
What's that?
It's a kids, the
Oh.
Despicable Me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we watched that. We watched that out in Sylvia Park. My first time out that way.
Yeah.
I was like, you should have just saved the gas and went to Westgate. But because of the screening time, it was like a 10 to 10 movie.
Oh, nice.
That's the Hoyts, eh? Hoyts.
Yeah, it's the Hoyts one.
That's where you buy all the stuff in the front, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a... Are you sure?
It's like Charlie and Chocolate Factory when you,
Yeah,
before you
man.
go in the movies, eh?
Yeah, how does that work?
You just... Because everything's on a shelf.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen
Even
it.
the popcorn, like the ice cream's in it, and then you take it up to the counter. But there's like different sides. Like you can pay at the bar, you can pay at the sort of like different they just look like a little desk and a screen.
Yeah,
Scan them before you go in.
because I went to the massive arcade they got up there. If you carry where the cinemas are, if you keep on carrying, if you're looking at straight at the cinemas, it's towards your right. Right on the corner, there's a massive ass arcade. It's probably one of the biggest ones in Auckland at the moment. But yeah, we had a walk past and I was like, what the?
It makes sense though. Like if you know what efficiency is, because like if you like efficiency, because you need like at the shop, you just scan total. Whereas if you're behind the counter and you go, can I get a Skittles and a popcorn and one of those, you're so much time away from the counter, right?
Yeah.
So by the time you get there, you just spend like 2 minutes just getting one order, then you got another 5 people in line. It's gonna take you some time. Whereas
Yeah.
you just go grab it yourself and they just scan it. It's like bang, bang, bang. It's all in. You get a price. It's fast and efficient. But
True.
it wasn't even busy though. But I was just stressed out that you can just go grab stuff, put it back. You know? I was like, man, there's no any security. I can run if I want to.
Yeah, like run out the door, eh?
Yeah, man.
Just grab it and run. What? Yeah. Let's buzzy that. That's what I was thinking when I saw that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not a good selection. They didn't have any Coke up there. So Pepsi and stuff. I was like, With these stink range of drinks as well.
Yeah, it must be for Hoyts, eh?
Yeah.
Because Events has got Coke and Sprite.
That's another day. How if you want to go with one, you gotta do them like Pepsi or Coke.
Yeah.
Pepsi got 7-Up and all those ones, eh?
Mm.
Mountain Dew.
What does Frucor have? Is it Mountain Dew in that?
Yeah, the Pepsi.
Yeah,
Pepsi.
and then Coca-Cola's all their range, eh?
Yeah.
That's right.
They have massive range of things. See?
Fuck yeah, they got everything, eh? I thought they bought Frucor out.
I know they because they own Valima too, eh?
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola in it.
Oh, wow.
And
Shit.
they moved out of Samoa. They moved the factory out.
Yes,
Gonna move to Fiji, yeah.
That's where the other Coke bottling plant is in Fiji.
I was shocked when I first heard because I thought they were gonna no more Valima, but now it's just a factory moving. Mm.
I think they did bring it here to run it. They wanted to see how it was mass produced, and they were seeing if it was viable to send it off to like a third party manufacturer. But then they've just decided, better just to sell it from the Pacific. Give it the authentic, you know.
True.
I like Valima. I like the Valima Pure. That was my favorite because it was consistent.
Man, I haven't had Valima in years. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
But I remember the last time I had it, it kicked my ass. It reminded me of a beer in Rara called Cook's Lager. That's pretty strong. It's similar strength. I was like, oh shit.
You should be due back there soon. There, go
Who?
back to Rara. You've
Yeah.
been there for a while now because of
Next year.
COVID.
Going back next year.
For family thing going.
Yeah, gotta take one of my aunties that passed away. Her wish was to go back home, so gotta take her back next year.
Oh, did she get cremated?
Yeah,
Oh,
she wants to go back, so we're gonna make it a big family thing.
Nah, it's good because people starting to travel. There's people at my work already gone.
Ah,
Samoa's open, eh?
Yeah, Samoa's open.
yeah, my dad's off next week tomorrow,
Oh, nice.
so he's gonna go for a bit. Holiday for him, holiday for us.
Yeah, a guy at my work he went to Europe, and he sent some photos back. He's in Spain,
Oh, me.
and he was like, "Man, there's no such thing as COVID over here. Like everyone's, all the tourists are back." But I think New Zealand's the last to, be open.
Yeah, our numbers are going up though, eh?
Oh, I saw it was like 11,000 cases,
COVID cases.
Yeah.
What?
and half of them are people got it the second time.
Yeah. My my
don't
daughter
say.
and her mum, they're positive. She got it, but because they never got the Capri never got her shots, so she got meanness, muscle cramps, and just didn't really want to eat or drink anything.
Oh,
But she came around the second day around, so that's pretty good. But yeah, that's basically just what went with all of them, I think. Just muscle aches, fever. Capri didn't even get a fever.
it's tough for everyone, eh? When I had it, it was like all my energy was gone. I had the flu like the first day, and then after that, I had a whole week of just having no energy.
Yeah.
Man, that's when I watched the whole 2 seasons of Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Have you watched Yellowstone?
Nah.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, man.
It's good. It's good, man.
Fuck, just like Islanders, bro.
If you like, if you want to know how to work on the ranch,
Just like
it's pretty mean. It's pretty mean.
Yeah, bro.
All the
Crazy.
drama that comes with the story, eh?
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah, but I like we're working on the ranch and what they have to do. It's like we're working for the land, working on the land, eh?
Yeah,
That's why I think heaps of Islanders like watching Yellowstone because it reminds them of working on the plantation.
Yeah.
Oh,
But these are white guys, cowboys, on the horses,
walking on their farm.
looking after the cattle, and
Yeah.
it's the same kind of thing, eh? And they got all they show all the techniques of how to do stuff. Hey, it's like real rough, eh?
Not only just run, the cattle ranching and stuff, but also the business side of things as well. All the stuff you don't think about, it plays a part.
It's like mafia kind of.
Yeah, it is just like
Kind
the
of stuff,
mafia
yeah.
stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, can't wait for season 5.
How's your guys' week been?
Yeah, all good.
Back in the gym?
Yeah. I've been going to BBM out of New Lynn.
Because he's got a new West one, eh?
Yeah,
West.
the New Lynn.
Yeah.
Been going there.
Mad shout out to David Tele, man.
Yeah.
Mad love to that guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
that guy's stories,
Yeah.
one of a kind, eh?
Who's that for?
BBM.
But because it's free, eh?
Yeah. That's all the classes. If you book online, the ones that I've been going to are free.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Crazy, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hopping.
Yeah. They do the box fit. I didn't know. On Saturday they do a 2-hour session,
Oh,
but it's early in the morning. It's at 8. Yeah. So I went and did that on Saturday, bruh. That's a good one because it's all like one. You hold the pads, one boxing, and then you change. Yeah. No, that's good. I just like it because it's
The heaps of kings.
yeah, and that too.
Is
All I
David
see on his BBM, I see okay gangers. How would they say in yellow? Oh, I see gangers. But it's good, eh? Like, fuck, got mad love for Dave. Like, he started, like, sort of like just on a freelance, trying to find somewhere to start train, yeah. Because, on TV now, on TV3, they got that series, that Match Fit.
Yeah, the ex-All
going
Blacks.
But, like, see, that's with Alex Flint. Alex Flint used to be, I think he helped Mark as a conditioning coach. So when Zoo, the exercise Zoo came out, and Dave was big on promoting Zoo.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, easy on the joints, you don't need weights. And eventually Dave's vision was, because he sort of had to start charging people a bit just so he could get somewhere, you know. And
Yeah.
so it wasn't until people started reaching out to him and saying, "Bro, if you can apply for funding for these community things," now he's massive. Now he I think at one point he had the Manukau plant, his gym open, and he's had people that he's helped with their journey lose so much weight. Now they're sort of like team leaders in his team, so they all go and help out at the gym, and it's like they're not getting they're not on a payroll or anything, but they're just giving back the way Dave gave back to them.
Yeah.
And like even through lockdowns, like he became a hub where people were going there to get food, so like getting food grants. I think he even did a vaccination station at one point. But that's all the stuff that Dave's doing, And like, bro, there needs to be more people like him in New Zealand. There's not many of them,
Is he there at the training?
So he came. I think it was last week. He came up and he shook my hand. Then Dave and my name was Ave. And then I think his wife is there. The first night I went, she was there. I like the vibe.
Yeah, it's
You
good
just gotta
vibes,
turn up. You just gotta turn up, man. You know, you do what you can.
Is he a resident of the West now, or is it just his branch out here?
No, I think it's just one of his branches.
Yeah.
It's like the old Club Physical,
Yeah.
New Zealand.
And then right next door, there's a gym next door to it too.
Oh,
That comes in handy.
Where's the Club Physical in New Zealand? So I know there's Mills.
Do you know where the mobile is? Going up
Across
City
the
Ranking
road.
It's around the back end.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a like Salvation Army on the corner.
That old building, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few people have reached out. They want to come do some of the classes. You know, all you got to do is book online, and it's free.
Oh,
You know,
true.
That's
come do what you
amazing,
can.
That's amazing, man. Like someone offering what they offer for free.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all the work that they do by looking for funding and that.
Yeah. Wonder how they pay off that place, that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, because it's an actual nice gym. It's got all the boxing stuff, all the kettlebells on the side. They got the rollers, the assault bikes.
It would have to be like a community health
Yeah.
drive.
Oh, he is a
And you
public
get-
figure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You get like funding. But yeah.
No,
He's the
you're-
man,
Yeah, you're right, Leti. He's the man.
He's the man.
And he's helping me because so when I did the first class I went to was a 6:30 class, but the lady that came up to me, she goes, "Hey, you did really well in that class. Just letting you know that there's another class." So that class she was talking about was at 5, and that class is for the bigger people. And I saw snippets of it.
Yeah.
Like there's some real big guys there, you know.
But man, that's your one to get in, Oos.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
your one to get in. Like, if you're on the health buzz and you on the weight loss journey, man, that's what it is, bro. You gotta surround yourself with people on their buzz there.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's not trying to say you leave people behind and you go do your own thing, but it's like when you want to be empowered and inspired to carry on, you got to be around people that want to chase the same goal.
Same, yeah.
Otherwise, you just be back to where I was last week, and that the change will never come, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I'm having trouble fucking trying to start.
Same.
Like I always say Monday. But Monday comes and goes, and Monday. There's been how many Mondays since start of the year?
See, the good thing, because Dave's come out with his book now, so you can buy Dave's book at any bookstore, he reckons. And because I've cut his hair, and I've met him when I was training, like when I started training with one of my good mates. And even just having him on the chair and then asking him, like, where did it all start? And he reckons it's like when he had that fight with Manu's brother. He says he looked up at the screen. And like when they announced that he won, like he just saw himself on the screen and saw everyone cheering. He said like he wasn't proud, like he proud that he got through the fight, but just seeing his image on screen, he said that's what did it for him. And he was like, "Fuck, I gotta do something about it," So he thought, I'll keep this persona on. I'll keep calling guys out. I'll just keep trying to keep fit by doing these fights.
Yeah.
But he was working hard, man, because he had a following before he had even started these gyms, and he was just like, I'm looking for someone who's keen to go for a run, and he ended up connecting with Reminisce, and Reminisce had a little crew going, and he deal with some big guys as well,
right, yeah.
and he just kept it going, man. So he developed this thing where if he says he's gonna be training somewhere, he wants to see who's coming along, and so many people see these posts like, okay, I'm gonna go up One Tree Hill. Who wants to come with me? Fucking like there'll be hundreds of people up there, cause he's up there, and and they're all big people, like people that just haven't been active for so long.
Yeah.
Then he'd reach out to cause that's how I knew he came across Mark Hunt and that is that he reached out to Alex Flint, and he's the guy, he's the personal trainer that's on their match fit. What I'm gonna do is one of the biggest zoo sessions, and they did it at the front of the Auckland Museum, but because he said I'll be there. And he showed up, and heaps of people showed up. It was one of the biggest outdoor zoo events. He just developed this following and the culture. It was the high fives, and then man, once he just found a lot of people on his buzz, and it just helped him carry on.
Yeah.
See his weight losses,
Massive,
man. More than 100 kilos from what he was.
There's a portrait of him. Someone did a graffiti thing of him. It's got him when he was big, and then it's got him now.
Yeah.
On the wall. Man, it's just, yeah.
Crazy to see how much work he went into, and he didn't. And what's beautiful about his story is that he's even said, "Fuck, I didn't have the money. I was broke. I was hungry.
Yeah.
Fucking bread. We all islanders, we all get full on bread. You don't eat so much bread, because you end up running it off. But because when it stays in your blood and how it turns to fat and the sugars and stuff in the bread. But when you see what he's done, he's managed to start doing more that he wasn't craving bread, just veggies and stuff. But man, it's a wicked story, wicked transformation as well.
Made me want to start on Monday.
Oh man, because his catchline is no excuses. I remember when he first opened up his page, and that's what got me and my mate Mickey off the couch. Was there were guys doing 12-hour shifts up in Perth. He'd just finished work, and I think Alex Finn had just put on a tire flips challenge. Okay, if you do this, it's a little write up he put on the board. If you can do these, you can do it. Cap it at 20 minutes. That's a start. And these guys just finished a 12-hour shift, and the sun's still bright up in Perth, and they're like, "Oh, hey Dave, we just want to reach out to you and just say fuck, love the energy." And so the boys on the BBM NZ, we were supporting these from here in Oz, and then these guys are doing the workout in their work clothes, man. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's our excuse?
Yeah, no excuses.
We come home,
man.
lie down, watch TV. I'll go for a run after this, But seeing those guys up in Perth was after they did a 12-hour, it's man. But yeah, if you want to go on their journey, you just got to keep watching a lot of it to make you want to do it,
That's the thing, You need inspiration. And you need... I think for me, I need to constantly see it. To me to figure out, oh, nah, I'm just procrastinating again. I need to get back on the horse, But I need to actually see something has to be in front of me to tell me, you can start or what, man? You've been saying Monday ever since, man.
Yeah.
I found that if you get put off by because I've done it heaps of times, try to start, but if you get put off by getting sore, it's enough to put you off. But if you can get put off by being lung exhausted, that's a start. You don't want to feel like that again. If you can get traumatized, they say, if you can go to the pain barrier and back, if you can get to the pain barrier, at least have it in your memory to have it there. So I'll try it in a couple of weeks' time, see if it still hits the same. But it won't hit the same, because it'll make you want to go, fuck, did it the last time I'm still alive. I want to go a little bit further. That's how you map your journey, you keep doing it like that. But obviously, like I said, I was if you, now that you're in the circle of BBM, keep that circle close with you, man, because all it's going to do is make you want it more.
Yeah.
Strive to be better.
I remember when I was on fitness journey ages ago, when I actually lost 30 kgs. Yeah. Me and my cousin John will go run around the track at the trust, but we'll do it 1 week. We'll run until we're tired, and then we'll just remember how many laps that was. And so we'll do that all week. Next week, we just add another lap and add another lap the following week. So, and it worked. Like, I remember I got tired after maybe 2 laps.
The first time.
The first time. So, okay, 2 laps. We can only do 2 laps. We'll do 2 laps Monday to Friday. So we did that. And then next week, we'll add another third lap. And then, we did that until, man, we did it for ages. We got up to like maybe 7-8 laps.
Man.
Like the weeks.
Yeah.
And then the next week we just add another lap. And I remember I wasn't even tired. I got tired at the last lap each time.
Oh, wow.
So I remember I did 2 laps thinking, man, I remember when I was wasted after 2 laps. Now I'm like, I have to go to 7 laps. You know?
The energy.
It's that same thing, eh? Like it's the progress, eh?
Yeah. Feel like we owe Isaiah a time to do a lifestyle change, eh? I feel like a challenge coming on.
Yeah.
My one is my eating.
Good start with the fried chicken and the
Yeah, man. Just get it out of the way, yo. Get it out of the way.
some sugar drinks.
Yeah, I want to burn this off tonight. That's it for me until tomorrow.
How you gonna burn tonight? Oh, work.
Yeah. Back and forth.
Man, I went to get a coffee at the BP down at Lanark. I don't know the guy there's this is one person there. One person working. This was late at night.
Oh, yeah.
I got picked up from my parents. And then stopped to get a coffee. Man, I think there's one guy at the thing. He had trouble making the coffee. I had to make 3 coffees. And I think one of the coffees he didn't put the coffee in, it was just flavored milk. But there was another guy that was behind me ordering something, but he never had the change. He needed $10 change, so he only had like 50-cent coins.
Oh,
So he was bringing out the coins to get back his change, and the guy that got the change, he was pissed off. He was like swearing, I can't fucking believe this. Give me all these coins. But he had his mask on too,
yeah.
which I don't know. If he's the only one there, why would you need a mask? With the, with the night pay.
Oh, man. You just reminded me of last week before BP was really bad. Nah, just everything was just breaking down. 'Cause we got this new IT group for BP, and we usually call them if something breaks down on the boss or that. But this new group that we've got, they're just fucking useless. they're hopeless. Most jobs with our old team, it will only probably take 10 or 15 minutes. There was one job, everything broke down. I think it started with my AirPods, and then I couldn't serve from 1 till. So I couldn't serve anybody at all on my night shift. So that was down for a good couple of hours. And then my safe turned off. And then the other till turned off. And then after that, it was a power cut. All of these things were happening all at once.
You should have rang me.
Yes, I already rang the IT group, and they're going, "Oh, ring us up in another hour." I said, "Oh, okay."
So what are you doing? Close the shop then.
Yeah, well, because the shop was already closed, so there was no problem.
But you didn't have F-Boss at the pump, eh?
Nah, you only have the app, but the app wasn't working either because it's tied up to all the other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Do you like that? If boss at the pump.
Yeah, F-Boss at the pump's the way to go, man.
No, I like the app.
Mobile as a day. Mobile.
I like the app better.
Oh yeah, the app. But that fucks up too.
Yeah, if it's not working, but I like it when it does work.
No, because it's the only time I get to use my F-Boss cables.
Shit.
Otherwise, it's just cash.
Yeah, I lost my AirPods card, so I have to use the PayWave on my phone. I can't even use that PayWave on the mobile
On the pump.
on the pump.
Yeah.
I wish they had a scan. I tried it at I think they had one at Pakistan, but it wasn't working.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because I use PayWave there as well.
They have it on the machines, the ticket machines at the parking
Yeah.
at the hospital. You use a PayWave there.
Yeah, no, that was shocking, man. They didn't fix their problem until the next day. They had to ring up the old crew because the new crew didn't know what they were doing, so they had to ring up the old crew to come and fix it. And it only took them 15 minutes.
You know, the problem was just because my problem was because I lost my card. So I just used, the problem is if I get a new card, I have to change all my numbers
Yeah.
on all the things I've got, like automatic payment. And that's a fucking mission. I don't want to do that, so I may as well just use my PayWave. The problem with that, hardly anyone, not everybody does PayWave.
Oh, doesn't the big kit take care of those automatic payments and just change the numbers for you, or do you have to do them manually?
I don't know. I just don't want to go through the hassle of doing all that shit.
Yeah, because I got all my bills on my credit card. It's just like shit. If I lose that, then fuck. And typing in the numbers all again, fuck. Just imagining it now. Fuck that.
But even with PayWave, it's like
It's easier.
just
Yeah.
tap and go.
But it's dangerous.
But did you? I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that.
if you get in the wrong hands, eh?
Yeah, I got my I think because one time I went to the pools, and I don't know why, but I left my fucking wallet in the car, because I was thinking, shit, if I could do, that's my thinking now. If I was going to the pools, because it's just me and my girl, and then, oh shit, I have to leave my stuff there. So I thought, oh no, I'll leave it in the car. Then one time I left it in the car, I think someone was watching because I came back, they smashed the side of the window and took the fucking credit cards. Oh, I was so mad.
Did you cancel, Ranui?
Yeah. So I contacted the bank. The bank gave me a reference number. I went straight and I contacted the police. And I contacted the police first, and then they gave me the reference number, and I contacted the bank. And they said, "Oh, that's good you did that straight away because we got a reference number, and we can get the refund will be a lot more easier." So like, so I get my money back. I go, yeah. I spent like one of my accounts they spent 800, and
Shit.
Oh, they already used it.
yeah, and the other one they spent like 7 in another account.
And one hit.
Yeah, so they were going around mobile stations, and just tap. Because I had my taps on for all and my credit card
I
as
thought
well.
there's a limit to tap.
Yeah, there is. Some stations I think they go over the 80, but they were staying under the limit, doing 70.
And
I thought it
all added up.
accumulates. But I heard because of COVID, they've increased the limit up.
Yeah.
So people can use the PayWave more.
Now we have to be careful with that because some guys at night they come in and they usually park their car on the side of the road, and then they come in with all these credit cards and they'll go, "Oh, can I have 10 packets of B&H's, 3 packets of Dunhills, 6 packets of Pummels?"
Do you find that odd when they
Yeah, when they go like that, I go, "Oh, okay."
Wait, hold on, I'll just call the police first.
I just add a little some other transactions onto the thing, so when they put their card through, it doesn't work. You go, well, why is that? You go, "Oh, it's asking you to use your PIN number." He goes, "Oh, I'll be back."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh fuck,
Mm.
you know, can't." So you get all those tricky ones, but if you're onto it, you're onto it. If you're not, fuck, they're just gonna make fun of you.
Mm.
So yeah, watched one guy roll up for $200 worth of cigarettes.
oh, fuck, you know this.
It's like, holy
Especially at that
shit.
time. Bro.
Early hours of the morning.
Who's banking you with? Because don't they ring you if they see suspicious spend?
Yeah, ASB.
Oh,
Because they saw it and they knew something was up, so lucky they stopped it.
Mm.
So they already stopped it because when I rang them, they're like, "Oh yeah, we've already done it." They're like, "Oh fuck," but it was like 6. I was already like 1,004, 1,005 down already.
Mm.
It's like fuck. Am I getting that money back? They go, yeah. I go, "Oh,
Did you guys hear that story about Shaq when he spent
fuck."
when he
Came out.
they came out
Yeah.
Walmart? Did you see that one?
Oh, and he got
biggest-
declined.
Yeah, he got declined.
Yeah, because they thought it's ridiculous spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone stole his card, but it was him,
Yeah.
getting his stuff for his house, and when he got traded to Phoenix,
Fuck, crazy you having that kind of money, eh?
That's why I never, apart from pumping gas, I never swipe pay. That's the embarrassment of declining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just safe spending, living within your means.
Yeah.
You have it cash. If you can't pay with it cash, it's like, sorry, man, I didn't have it. Eh?
Nah, I swipe. I can't remember the last time I used cash apart from getting me money from somebody else.
We are a cashless country now, eh? Lot of
Yeah.
people. That's why I can't stand homeless people asking for money. Because no one has coins these days. Everyone's got,
Well, if you don't see me home, okay, hey, just swipe.
yeah.
Okay, transfer
Hey,
to
wait.
my account.
That's what they need. Transfer. Swipe cards and that.
Yeah, man. And some people still give you money, eh? Not realizing shit. They're just gonna come back and ask for more.
You know when we went to Hawaii like 4 years ago? Like that's not a cashless society. They still have cash. Still handle cash in their hands. And it's weird because you go accumulate all these coins because they're 25 cents, 10 cents, and they're 1 cent. And you know, you can get heaps, and you can either go to the bank to turn it into notes because you don't want a whole bunch of coins in your pocket.
Yeah.
And when man, I had a whole bunch of coins like this, just dumped it on the counter, like the old days. But this is like 4 years ago.
And they had to count it.
Yeah. So they can give
What?
give you
Manually?
cash. And I only got like $5 back.
Was that $5 worth of coins?
Because they got 1 cent.
Bro.
You know, that's like, and your wallet ends up to be like fat because it's full of coins. Or the change they give you back. You know, because you know that not many people will use FPOS still.
Yeah.
It's all cash. Reminds me of the old days here. The $1 and $2 notes we used to have.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before the coins came
Yeah,
around.
we used to have 1 cent and 2 cent, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 5 cent.
Wasn't the $2 note purple?
Yeah.
And
That's
the
right.
$1 one was brown, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't the $5 one orange?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
We don't have $5 anymore. Oh, we still got 5?
No, yeah, we still.
Oh, we still got 5, eh?
Yeah. It's still orange.
But we got
Oh,
coins.
wow.
Coins 1, 2.
Man.
You know when we started getting coins, it was easy to spend there.
Mm. Yeah.
I remember because I used to be a bad kid back in primary school, right? So I used to do the walk up the road, like going to school, and then I'll run back home. Oh, I lost my my $2 note, Mum. I lost my $2 note, you know. But then, you know, it's already in my undies. Just, I used to be a bad kid, man. That's what those notes, those coins in there remind me of.
You from Attendant place, by the way, yeah. Ain't no kids down early strive be losing their money like that. It was-
I was terrible, man. Anyway.
But I will say this, I remember as a kid, and my sister was saying, ask Mum for some money to go get us an ice cream. In my mind, I was thinking, sweet, there's my chance. So my mom goes, go grab the $2. So I grabbed $4. Just grab the $2. I grabbed $4. Walked up the road. Totally forgot about what my sister said. Hey, walking up there, with Mika ass, and I asked my mate, do you want ice cream? He goes, what money do you have? Okay, come. Got him a triple scoop. I got me a triple scoop. Gave the $2. Walked out. And my sister goes, where's the lollies? And I go, I asked the shopkeeper for the lollies and he gave me 2 ice creams. Zero fucks. I was just happy because I had these 2 notes in my hand. Eh?
Man.
Felt like a king, man.
And there was heaps back in those days, eh?
I was heaps, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
I remember holding a $2 note. That was me.
I can't remember. I used to hate walking home from school, especially at Ranui, Ranui Primary. Heaps of dogs down Bahari.
Bro, hard. Oh, man.
Man, honest,
Yeah.
But you're lucky you didn't have to go. You can go after them, but I have to turn, go down. I walk down Bahari to go up the alleyway,
Yeah.
go up to Sabbath and down and
Yeah,
across the
then
road.
go up.
But man, I hated those fucking dogs.
Yeah, because they
man.
didn't have fences
No
or
fences.
anything. Eh? Fuck.
Ah, no fences those days. Eh?
You had to run.
I used to do the trick, pretend to pick up a rock. That was my trick, pretend if they didn't, but if they're still coming, then you run the hell out of there, mate.
I
Just
ran,
run,
man.
man.
I ran.
Wherever you know where the dog is, you just keep on running.
Because I remember the house on the corner at the top of Bahari, on the corner of Bahari and Swanson. They're those Dobermans.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
the brown fence.
The brown fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
I know, because I
Fuck.
hate, man. You can hear them. You can hear them, man. And you're thinking, oh, man, they're going to jump the fence, you know? Bro.
Those Dobermans were scary, man.
Oh, wow.
I never see them anymore. Eh?
Nah.
You never see them around anymore. But there were heaps. Those Dobermans, there were heaps of them. And Rottweilers, eh?
Yeah.
The black
Yeah.
one, eh?
Yeah.
There's heaps of those.
Yeah, back in the younger days, hardly ever see them now.
Yeah, that was
Oh, man.
before putties were the hot commodity. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were out there, Rottweilers.
Yeah, back in the day.
Man, I got chased heaps of times, man. I hated walking home.
Same.
I wanted to take a bike to school because I thought all the white kids were cool bringing their bikes to school,
Yeah.
riding their bikes to school. But never got one.
Nah, I had a bad experience on the bike getting chased by a dog. When the dog caught up,
Oh, yeah.
fuck, made me flip my bike. Bastard.
Son of a bitch.
I remember coming down the hill, you know, on Swanson Road, like near my street, but you're coming down, and the bike I had no brakes, so you know, so I had to, you know, how to stop. I rode it into like the fence just to stop. I'm like, bro, I thought you had brakes, you man.
Yeah, it's either that or the bush. I used to try I used to forget my brake. I don't have brakes on the handle. I used to put one, but I keep on forgetting, so I just go straight in the bush. Leave the bike in the bush.
Did you ever go hang out at the BMX track?
No,
I did one time
One time.
until I had an accident.
Man.
I got the bike.
A lot of that's changed there.
Yeah.
The back of what is it? Scarlet Birdwood Road.
yeah, there's that park there.
Yeah, the parks there.
Yeah.
The people court.
Yeah, they got a
That's
pop up,
sick,
like a pop up track now.
Yeah, or I mean, even like that entrance. If you go further, like another 200 meters to your left, they've got like a full-on like family park, and it's like sort of like the grandstand looking down onto the track
Yeah.
with the containers.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to finish Watermelon Drive? Because that's supposed to go connect to Birdwood Road, eh?
Oh, go straight through.
Straight through. It was supposed to, eh?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think you can see it. You can see it
Yeah,
from the bridge.
yeah.
You can see Watermeadow Drive. But I don't think it will connect there.
Because the river runs through there, right?
Yeah.
The creek.
They were going to make a bridge going across. But heaps of houses over there, back of Birdwood, eh, now?
Yeah.
Going up to Messi.
But
the
it's
back
a
of
nice
Messi.
track to walk, man. It's a nice track to run and walk. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, me and Dad used to go around the back there. Go all the way through the back of Board, and then come back on Swanson on the other side.
Even Swanson, heaps of homes there now, eh?
Yes, and they got that I think they're building something on that near the primary school on the other side.
Oh yeah, they started excavating, eh? The
Yeah,
top of,
massive area. All these changes, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been saying to one of my boys, like we gotta jump on our bikes and just record the neighborhood. Eh? Like I think that Fallon went around with one of the guys from Mangere, and he's just capturing all of Mangere.
Oh, yeah.
It's not until you watch that doco, he was like, man, Mangere is massive.
Yeah.
But like me and my bro was just talking, like, cause his family used to live on the corner of Luanda and Amara, and they only, I don't know if they still got it. Like they still rent it out, but since then, like all the townhouses that have gone up in Ranui, he's like, man, we gotta go back through before it all disappears.
Changes. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, man, we gotta make a day, just jump on our bikes and just ride through the neighborhoods. See where everyone lived.
See, and even in Aradella, they got like new houses up there too.
There's
Oh, yeah.
2-story ones.
Yeah.
Oh, heaps of those townhouses going up, replacing the house that used to be there.
Yeah.
And not just 1 or 2, there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, man.
Even along Pooks Road,
Yeah.
backing up to the train tracks and all the way down there.
Yep.
like-
Yep. Same sort of thing.
All these townhouses popping up.
Yeah, I never seen it on Friday. I was like, oh shit, there's heaps.
There's, down here, down the street, because there's a cul-de-sac over there, and like there's those townhouses got built up top. Now there's heaps of cars parked on the road.
Yeah.
Because man, no one has one car anymore.
Nah.
You know when you build those townhouses, there's only a garage for one car. But if you're gonna have a 3-bedroom townhouse of one car garage, what was the place for the other car?
Maybe they're encouraging people to have one car per family.
Yeah. But that's the whole trying to get the public transport up and going, eh? So everyone can just commute by public transport.
But yeah, the reality of it is that everybody wants their own car. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like, but no one's gonna think, oh, we just need one car for our family because we only got one garage. No one thinks that. Eh?
Nah. The government's thinking that. That's why I've noticed that, like, all the cars out there, when you said it, I've noticed that probably the last 3 or 4 months now. Because it never used to be that packed.
Yeah.
But now it's like, fuck, I can't find a bucket anyway now.
No, because there's townhouses up there.
Yeah. When people started living in them, then it started getting crowded.
I mean, there's 4 cars that in this house.
Yeah, but it's understandable.
So yeah, no one has one car anymore. Even if you're a couple, you're both gonna have a car each.
Each, yeah. And your kids, if your kids are old enough to drive, they're gonna have a car.
Yeah, it's not designed for the incentive. Hey,
That'd be cool though. Like if you could have your whole family in those townhouses in that one section, that'd be kind of cool.
no, what they have to do, they have to give free public transport. I think there's a country up there that gives free public transport because they're like it's an environmental thing. Because the more people use public transport, less they use their car, the less pollution. But
Is it Sweden?
yeah, something like that. One of those countries.
Fuck, it should be Melbourne because if I wasn't spending any money when I was traveling around Melbourne.
See, the problem with Auckland is that public transport is expensive, man. I mean, that money you're gonna put in public transport, you might as well put in your car, because at least you have that convenience of going whenever you want.
Yeah.
And that should really, if the government's keen on environmental stuff, should make public transport free. We pay enough tax, we may as well just use that to pay for the public transport. Because if we're gonna pay for our petrol tax and pay for our car, all that, why can't we use
warrant?
Yeah, wage your warrant. It all adds up. If we use some of that money, get rid of our car, use some of that money for tax on making public transport free, then of course we'll use it.
Yeah.
It's free, right?
Then more people leave their cars home and
Yeah, and more people leave their cars home, there'll be less cars on the road, and they'll probably buy more public transport.
Because when families go on holidays, they usually go in the one car anyway.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is make people just have one car.
Like if they want to go and do a family outing or something, it would just be in that one car. But during the week when it's normal, just use the public transport.
And you know what? They can try to make us ride bikes too, because all these cycleways. And I hear what they say. They say, oh, but if you go to Denmark, if you go to those countries, everyone rides bikes. And I asked some of the people at work because they've been there, like, so what's Denmark like? Is that flat? Because fucking Auckland ain't flat. There's hills all over the place.
It's not the hills you got to worry about. It's the people on crack that's driving. Fuck.
Nah, but I'm saying,
drivers,
like,
bro.
they want us to ride bikes, but there's fucking hills everywhere over here.
Yeah.
They're comparing that to, look at these countries that everyone rides
nah.
bikes. Yeah, well, these countries are flat.
Yeah.
These countries are all flat. They don't have hills like Auckland does. Wow.
Even Wellington, bro, they got some mean hills. And
Oh,
they're almost
man.
vertical.
What is that? And there's also, where are you going to put your shopping? Oh. Like, in Henderson, how they did that intersection with the blue.
yeah.
What, they lasted only, a month?
Did you hear how much that all cost with the planters and the blue and made all that traffic jam? It was like $300,000 or something like that.
What a waste of money.
And it didn't even work.
Nah, but you're right, man. Those cycleways, because I've done them a few times. Yeah, they're pretty hard, eh? Like even my girls, they're like pretty, they're young,
Yeah.
they're real active. But even they were struggling on some of those hills.
Yeah.
And then even the tip off, like I think one of the tip offs from the back of I think it's Teratu and Henderson. Bro, some of those are like freaking high as, man.
Ah, bro.
Like fuck, if your bike's got shit brakes, man. It's like
Later.
fence. I mean, it's not fence. Fuck, you end up in
Bush.
the fucking creek, man. Like that's just stupid. Eh?
Bush or
Well,
grass?
that's when they're going to tell us, oh, once you get an electric bike, then
Yeah,
help you up
exactly.
those hills,
A scooter.
Man, have you seen some of those scooters in it? Those powered scooters? Fuck, they're fast.
Yeah, they go pretty fast. Eh?
Fuck yeah. I see some of my regulars roll up in on those things.
Yeah.
Winning from one of the pay saves. Then there's this online gambling shit. And buying one of those electric scooters. They're fucking quick. Real quick.
Yeah, I see them like when I'm coming home on the side of the motorway. You can see them all lit up with the LED
Yeah,
strip.
yeah, old blinky day.
But it's like, wow, they're going fast, man.
It's like a little beep, beep.
You're going like 10, 20 Ks and you just see this
Yeah.
two people going on scooters like cross each other. It's like, fuck. No headlights, eh?
Yeah. They're not even wearing helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fall off that thing later.
I don't think it's gonna get any better. I'm still like tight as it is at work because I use the smoker to go to work.
Yeah.
Because what we've done at my work, they've allocated all the car parking to everybody, right? So I don't really get a car parking, but they've made one car park. They put bike stands in this car park, so it's made this car park
Just for your bikes.
for your bikes, but it's only half of the car park. And my car is the only one they can fit there.
So that's your car park.
That's my car park. My car can only fit there because it's small as, right? So I can't take the big car because it won't fit, obviously.
Yeah, so you take the small one.
Yeah.
Isn't it a company car, eh?
No.
The small one.
No,
It's your own.
Yeah.
The Swift.
Yeah, it's Sin's car, the Swift.
Yeah,
So-
it's a good big car.
Oh, it's good on gas, man. Like,
Yeah.
it lasts for ages. Like, I think $30 lasts all week.
Holy.
Bruh.
I gotta buy one of those.
Yeah, 35. But, yeah, man, now that's the only car everyone at work, they can fit in that small space. So,
And no one brings their bike. No one
yeah,
has
some
a
people
bike.
bring their bikes. And it's good, too, because it's like a buffer
Oh, yeah.
for the bikes. So, people can't, it's hidden because the car's in the way of the bike. Because we had the thing where another workmate, he had his bike stolen from there. Because the bike stands outside, at the car park's facing the main road, right?
Oh.
Is facing the road. So, yeah, someone actually came and sawed off the thing off the bike.
During the day.
Yeah, like he probably saw it and then went and came back with a saw.
Wow.
And,
Ave Maeli. Take the bike back.
There's got nothing to do.
But that kind of Red Bull industry.
So I went to the warehouse today
Yeah.
because I was doing work on my dad's car, right? It's been parked in my home for
Oh,
like
you're funny.
4 years. So I got a quote for some spark plugs. I went and picked them up. But then I was thinking to myself, because I got a few mates that are mechanics, but they're these island mechanics. They go, no, so you just use a snap-on ratchet, so they check you out.
yeah.
I jump on YouTube, and then the guy's like, man, if you own one of these, fucking, you trying to change the spark plugs, bro. After busted knuckles, bro, the best one to, so they tell you which tools to buy. I went and bought one from the warehouse, and I Googled it first. Warehouse sell these T-bar socket wrenches for $12.50, and I went into the warehouse. But when I was there, I was like looking around how cheap everything is. Like, like a hacksaw is like literally $7. I was like thinking, bro, if you were bored, like if you really wanted a bike, you would just say, solid, oops, come, meet me at the warehouse, bring a bag, fucking we'll go get you a bike,
Yeah.
Easy. Because they got like, even like, what are they called? Like, those scissors that snap the chains.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
They were like
those-
20, less than $20. I'm like, fuck, man. If you're bored one day, just go into the warehouse, what's that for? Like, no one would even think, on your way home, just stuck a colour, all these. Fuck. Just as long as you're not doing West Auckland, go outside, go to the city, possibly at that, ride your way home.
Bro.
When you go to the counter, you
We
gotta
gotta do it one day, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like in those movies, when you go to the counter and you got a
All
rope,
these tools.
you got duct tape, rope, shovel,
The evidence. There's the evidence.
some cutters.
I couldn't
Box
believe how
cutter.
cheap tools were, and they're like decent tools, They're not like ones that are gonna break. I was like, fuck, $7 for a hacksaw, fuck. Then replacement blade one for like 15, you get 4 extra plates. I was like, fuck. I wonder why crime is up to, on a high end, shit.
But that guy that sawed off the bike stand to get the bike, man, that is some
Hearty shit.
that's some hardy shit there. Because the reason why I know this, because we got video cameras
Yeah,
outside and we watched it. We were thinking, shaking hands, man. This guy's man. If you want something, you want to get it,
yeah. He must be a Queensland supporter, He's like, what? I don't even care if I get arrested. The point is if I can take the bike,
Because these electric bike, those electric bike too. So they ain't cheap, man. They're like, man, I went because there's a bike shop up the top. So I went to have a look. Some of these electric bikes, they're price of a used car, man.
What?
7K, 8K. You can get a used car for that.
Yeah.
You can get a used car for that price, and you can get an electric bike.
Well, what's
What?
the top speed for it though?
I don't know.
50.
Nah, not
Like
that fast.
35, 40
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah,
At least 30.
I think
at
it's
least
all
30.
about not using your legs.
Yeah.
As much. That's what electric bikes do.
So
Oh,
when
yeah.
you,
It doesn't make you, use your.
so if you don't want to go up the hill using
Yeah,
your
yeah.
own power,
If,
just
if
use
you go up
the-
the hill, you can just use the electric to take you up the hill.
But
Don't
for
have to-
$7,000, you expect to go, take over now.
Yeah, man.
take over now while I have my
$7,000,
dinner.
eh? Shut.
Take over now while I have my KFC. Fuck.
Wow, that poor person who lost their bike.
$8K down the drain. Fuck, that must have been a massive ass bike lock too.
No, it was the actual bike stand. He saw
To
get
fuck,
a,
that's even worse.
to get it off.
How long did you guys watch it, the entire video?
No, I just saw him.
Right.
Saw it off.
10 minutes later.
Man. Oh, that thing you put on our Charlie. The thing in Brisbane.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But man, I didn't even realize.
How quick it was.
it was that. Because I heard, like, the first, when I saw my feed, right, I heard about a stabbing. But then I thought it was stabbings around here. Or North Shore. That's what I was thinking of. Then I saw Bob's one. Bob's, he was saying
Yeah,
today.
I saw that too.
I said, oh, must have been something that happened over there. Stabbing over there. And then, when I heard about that viral video that's going out,
Fuck.
then I was waiting. Because, we actually watched it today.
There's not many people have seen that full episode though.
Yeah.
The one where he falls
Fully
down.
Full one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not a full, like that's the full one.
Yeah.
The one that we saw.
Yeah, it was because he died
Yeah.
right there.
But that's
Yeah.
the guy Bob was talking about, eh?
Yeah.
Man, because I didn't expect that when I watched it. But it reminded me of the whole, the massacre down in Christchurch.
Christchurch.
How that went around.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and thinking, oh, what is this? And next minute seeing it, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's live.
I
Yeah.
I was like, what? This is before, everyone shut the whole thing down.
Yeah. I think I was a little bit traumatized from watching when he said, "Oh, watch out, it's a lot of blood." Because I watched it the first time, I didn't want to watch the rest of it. But then, when I did read what was going on social media, then I had another watch. I was like, man, it was like, no matter what, fuck, just keep walking,
Yeah,
No
man.
matter what, just keep walking, man. Like,
And those seconds,
it
if
was
he
literally,
changed,
literally like a
if he changed his,
second. It was
man.
literally a second. Man.
And all it was like probably one guy say, "Come on, bring it on." And what was the worth?
Yeah, I'm sure it's something like it sounded like, "What are you gonna do with the knife?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?" Then fuck.
That guy that had the knife, if he really knew how to use the knife, he would have put it down, or at least, just not have it in his hand.
But
Oh.
even those to be in that situation, like you going out, right? If you're, and it was just words, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't like a retaliation, like, oh fuck, It was just words, man. And
But that guy must have been that scared to use the knife.
Yeah, it's just how it, because I first saw it on TikTok. Someone posted it on
Oh,
TikTok.
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn.
And then I saw all the comments, and then but then I didn't, I just felt, oh man, sorry, sad, whatever. And then it just kept going around, and then I saw it on Facebook. People were talking about it.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's sad how it's on social media and goes viral like that, eh?
yeah,
And you think, but these things can't be stopped, eh? No matter how serious it is, no matter how disrespectful it is for the family to have a family member going viral
Yeah.
like that, eh? And it's not even like a fun thing; it's like a serious thing, eh? How do you shut that down? It's like, it's also like the it was the government that shut the Christchurch shootings down, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw that live too, and then
But
it
then-
wasn't on.
but then because some content's filtered, So whoever if you saw it on TikTok, within TikTok's Asian Chinese, they obviously don't have filters for it. Whereas on Facebook now, if you try and
Yeah.
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 censored music, it's gonna mute it. It's gonna mute
Yeah.
in certain countries or like
Yeah.
something that's obviously bothering to the whoever likes it or doesn't like it. The content's not viewable, so you shouldn't be able to watch it.
So
Yeah.
so TikTok hit the whole version.
No, not the whole version. Before, I think just before they stabbed them.
Yep.
But then I saw another version where I saw the stabbing, and then, but it didn't look like it didn't look like a stabbing. But then you see him fall over, and then you see all the blood.
Because my brother was going, "What? Did he have something in his hand?" I go, "Yeah." From the start of the video, you see it.
Yeah,
He's holding something in his hand. But then you see him put his hand behind his back, and then he switched hands.
Yeah.
I was going, "What are you doing, man? Just walk away." But
And I also was thinking the guy with the camera, he just stood there,
yeah,
just filming it.
no, he's probably in a state of shock, bro. Because I don't think many people seen that much blood.
You'd like to be a judge on that, do we? Because
He's in a state of shock, or man.
you want to present that to a judge that's gonna really hand them a heavy sentence, right?
Yeah.
To that guy who did the stabbing himself. Who should get the heavier sentence? If you to start off with 50 years being the most, you give 50 to the guy who did the stabbing,
Yeah.
and then you'll tear off 10. But you'll ask him, why shouldn't you go to jail for just standing there and watching? Because you didn't try and prevent it. You didn't try and say, fuck, walk away, And then they can either say, oh, I was in a state of shock. Try and filter however many years off before. Because, they all is guilty,
Yeah, everybody that was there.
Yeah, they all standing there. They're all part of it. But no one should get a light sentence for it.
Even the guy himself going in with his hands down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
But it's just the fact of someone filming it and going viral that changed the
Yeah,
whole
real
dynamic of
quick.
the whole. That changes the whole dynamic of the story, because now it's not about. Because if you think about it, there's been a lot of stabbings going on, especially here in New Zealand, and maybe they die or don't die, but there's no filming of it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably the first one.
And you just read about it and and move on. But this one, because it's been filmed and it's because it's been going around viral, everyone's seen it before it's gone off. The family tried to shut it down, which they should, and it's it's real disrespectful and all that for them. But you just can't stop that social media beast, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? And what? It's like, okay, we've seen it because it came on. It came on social media. We can't unsee it. We can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
The only thing we can do is not record it, not show off. Because people were like,
Repost it.
because I was reading on the paper, people were like
Reposting it.
reposting and putting comments like, "Oh, you should have ran hard" or something like that. They were like
Yeah.
teasing the
Fuck.
whole thing, eh? Like you should have ducked and weaved, like blah blah blah, and like LOL, saying jokes about it.
Fuck it, weave.
And I think that's what made it worse.
Yeah.
The family sees that shit, it's like, fuck, game over,
I think it's society as a whole, man. I think, so many PTs, so many doctors, so many butts run behind the keyboard, when they see shit,
Yeah.
But when I saw it, and I talked about it with my partner, she was on the, fuck, he should have gone, why do you have to have a weapon? But it's like, no, I didn't even look at it from there. He should have just walked away,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my first thought when I saw that was just go. Didn't even bother. But then it comes with experience, I guess. But man, what's the worst thing you've seen on a real life? Because the worst thing I've seen is a beheading.
That Christchurch massacre.
Yeah, Christchurch.
The
I felt sick when I watched that.
the beheading one for me was a sick one because, that guy's machete was blunt, so he had to hack it 5 or 7 times before the head actually fell off. So I was like, fuck. That was fucked up.
Okay, thanks for that.
I'm gonna have nightmares now, guys. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, I think I had a good, fuck, that lasted for ages. It was one of the guys at work. He showed me that. Something about his people getting stabbed. I mean,
Man.
massacred.
Nah, there's heaps of sick things out there,
Hard on,
especially on
bro.
the internet, especially on that dark web, eh? Heaps of shit people like want to see in that. It's hard to get, but you can get it.
Mm.
You know, even all that pedophile shit, eh?
Yeah, it's all on there for sale. Everything.
Just like your mate, that guy on the one you shared,
Oh,
That-
no,
the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
fuck.
I don't watch it. Ave, she's one I'm a bit.
Nah, this was dodgy. I saw it on Instagram.
Fucking hell.
I saw it on Instagram on my feed, and I was like, bruh. So apparently there was a pregnant woman. She was under an anesthetic. So they covered her head down, like they put what is it, like not a blanket, like a shield. So like it's like over here where her head is, and then the rest, like, it's just straight up. But so two doctors are operating or doing something, to other half, or the other doctors having fun on the other side of the curtain or whatever. He apparently put his so she was unconscious, a pregnant woman unconscious, and he unzipped his pants and he put his Johnsons in her mouth. And on the Instagram post, like it shows them, but it's all blurred. Yeah, but like, oh man, that's over in Brazil, eh?
Fucking Brazilians, eh?
Crazy, man.
Oh, Valairs, mate.
Shit.
That doctor watches too much porn, bro.
He's
When
one
I
of
think
the.
about it now, I think that's why you sat at the front of the bus.
What?
I was saying to Cam, I remember you when I jump on the Henderson, Ave was always free seats behind the driver. Straight up, Ave was blue overall days used to have the free seat behind the driver.
See a sick cunt like that. Like he's one of those guys that look for those videos that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Those,
But you put it on a
social
website that can get hits, eh? So like you can watch it on YouTube. The more hits it gets, the more money it gets.
Oh, okay.
This is probably why we're
Yeah, but see,
like that.
so what I don't get is whoever's recording it, like, why didn't they say something, right there and then?
Because they're probably a part of it.
Oh,
Yeah, unless they're getting money for it.
Fuck, they'll have to be. Fuck, I could
Yeah.
be on either side of that. I couldn't.
but you know what? I can't help but thinking it's a common thing
oh yeah.
because it came on Kill Bill. Remember when Ring was
Yeah.
Uma Thurman was knocked out in the hospital, and that orderly was gonna rip her. You know?
Oh, that's the first thing you think about?
No, because I was thinking, hey, if Quentin Tarantino come up with stuff like that, he's probably heard us. That
Yeah,
happens,
somewhere.
You know, hey,
Putting it on
art
film.
imitates life sometimes. You know,
Fuck yeah.
Hey.
I know. Exactly.
You can think of any disgusting thing and you think it won't exist, but I bet you it's happened.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
in real life.
It's happened.
That's how these movies get their fucked up ideas from real
Yeah,
life.
But that just reminded me of I remember I wanted to be an undertaker, and then I don't know who told me this, but then they were telling me about how this couple, they had like I think it was like the FBI or like a health investigator come and see the wife because she went into the doctors, she wasn't feeling well, and all of a sudden she was like, oh man, I don't feel too good, but she obviously had an illness that had only come through deceased people. So she was married to an undertaker, and that's how it came about. Because the undertaker was doing stuff to like the
bodies.
deceased, yeah. So he had a worm that had gone through him, and he obviously had given it to his partner, and then that's how it came up. So they got investigated, and the dude got fucking. But this is years ago. But it's one of those things. It's like, man, what a sick act there.
Yeah.
He gave it to his missus, but the missus fell sick, and then the doctor figured like, fuck, this worm lady, and
It's
then,
dead.
inquired a bit more, and the husband eventually got arrested for it. Eh?
Oh, yuck.
Yeah, man. So that story doesn't surprise me, man. There's some sick people out there, man. Hey,
Yeah.
because
I feel sorry for the woman though.
Oh yeah,
Like-
I know.
Fuck.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Man.
And she'll be probably thinking that same thing. That motherfucker that was filming this,
Yeah.
why didn't you do something? Unless you're in on it. Because it's even bad how if you did this to expose this guy, man, I was the fucking bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made me the bait for the. I know you did it.
Actually.
Like if that was the reason why they filmed it,
Yeah.
for to catch this guy in the act.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
That's gotta be
Yeah.
because you gotta stop him right at that.
No.
Point, eh?
Yeah. Like.
I would have
We
expected.
got enough.
Yeah, we got enough.
Yeah, even after, like when he
Evidence.
pulls the zip down, he goes, zip. That's when he. Stop
Yeah.
recording.
But
Hands
that's-
behind your head.
But according to the actors, where you want to be, hey, so that's the hard evidence, not the presume you were in the act
But
or
he's
in-
gonna.
about to do the act.
He's
He's
gonna
like, caught on the act and be like, damn, fuck.
He's just unzipping his pants to go for a pee. Fuck bullshit.
Oh, no, I was just itchy. That's why I was unzipped. I wasn't doing that.
Fucking hell.
Oh, that's out of it. That's why I'm thinking, like, it's good to. Is it good to know all these sick things out there to protect our kids? Because at least you know what's out there.
Yeah, man, I reckon it is, bro. It's, I think, like, I'll speak for myself as a parent. You can only cradle your kids from so much, right? Because reality is, if you don't educate them or tell them that there are sick people in this world, like, it's just gonna be one of those shock. It's gonna be shock to them when they discover, like, what? There's actually rape within families. Like, that shit is like, so many people have suppressed those sort of stories, and then their kids are paying for it later in life.
That's like my parents, bro.
And a lot of it doesn't get resolved until it actually comes out, and by the time it's like, well, the poor person that's dealt with the trauma and held on to it for all those years, because it's not normal, But if you educate, like, if it becomes normal, but to the point that your kids are educated on it, fuck, you're doing a good thing, because life is fucking weird, man. Like, I've shared with my kids so many things that I've been through, and then I've heard, like, celebs that have talked about, you shouldn't tell your kids, like, what you went through. But if you don't give them that idea that it's real, and they believe someone, or read in a book or someone else has told them, well, how does that make you feel as a parent? Like, oh, they didn't hear it from me, they heard it from someone else. Feels like you haven't done your part,
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about making them resilient, eh? And with the way I think society is going these days, they're trying to protect the kids too much. Even with the teaching thing, like, when we're at school, if there was a troubled kid, if there was a kid playing up, and imagine a kid playing up in class in primary school, he's throwing chairs around, he's swearing, he can't sit down, and he's causing trouble. What do you think our teachers did when we were there?
Well, back then,
Yeah, back then.
um,
Grab them,
yep,
force them down.
I got a chair chucked at me once.
Yeah. You know what they do now? What they do now, if a kid does that in your class, the teachers, you know what teachers have to do now? They have to get all the other kids together and go outside and leave that kid to trash the place, because the kids are it's all about safety now.
Yeah.
Safety for you as the teacher working health and safety environment, and safe for the kids that don't get hurt. And then go out the class and just wait till this kid finishes trashing the whole classroom up. That's the solution to that problem now.
Yeah, but going back to what he was saying about how parents protect their kids too much. Yeah, I was brought up like that.
And that's part of what I'm saying, with the taking the kids up.
Yeah,
Like, they're not, you're trying to protect the kids from being hurt, but
they have to see it.
it's like, what you're really doing is making this kid own the whole situation. So to me, it's like a hypocrite kind of way, because you're protecting the kids, but you're not protecting this guy. You're making him trash the place, but you're also giving him the control. the 10-year-old that's doing that.
Yeah, no, fuck. I didn't think the world as it is until I left, until I started experiencing out of school. I think when I started hanging out in Unitec, that's when I realized, shit, there's real bad shit out there. Because my mum and dad didn't tell me shit. So I was basically the late bloomer.
Like you were protected.
Oh yeah, until I went out into Unitec, and then I finally realized what the world is really like. And I had to learn the hard way. It took me a few years. Actually, it took me ages. Probably all the way until I was like in my 30s. It took me that long. That's why I'm not going to do that to my daughter. So it'll be different.
So what do you do now?
No, I tell her to be safe, and I tell her there's nobody else that gives a shit about you, but my household and her mum's household. That's it. And nobody else there's no one else that gives a fuck about you, but there's two households. That's what I told her. She goes, "Oh, Daddy, you said the bad word." I go, "Sorry, hon." But that's how I feel.
That sounds like, yeah. That sounds about right.
Because, it's just like, I love my parents. They're cool, but they're just too much. Yeah, they protected me and Joe too much. So, we learned. That's why some people are surprised. Oh, you didn't know this? You didn't know that? You should have known this. You should have known that. But I didn't. I'm just learning it as I'm going through it now. Yeah. So it's like, oh, wow.
Can I ask though? Because, I said like, so my girls, we started watching Stan Walker's, he does a live show. And in between every song, it's his Maeli album. But in between his songs, he talks about what he was feeling at that time. And sort of like how his life has changed from moving from Oz back home to, I think he's in Ranui. But yeah, just one particular thing he said was like, when he was growing up, his mum and his nan used to always say, "Oh, you're lucky, because when we were kids, we never got to," like he said that we don't have to raise our kids like that these days. And my first initial reaction was like, nah. Like that's how to me it was like, your kids have to learn something like from you, like if they don't know hardship, they have to know what it looks like. Like I gotta paint it the best I can because I went through it. But then I also like to see it like my parents migrated here. They went through a hardship. I lived half of that hardship, but now I've set my kids up that they don't have to see that hardship, But if I don't tell them where we came from, how it was started, they'll never know. Eventually, if your kids go through hardship when they're older, at least they'll have some sort of idea. Or wasn't the only generation they went through it.
Do you think telling them is enough, or do they need to experience?
Both, bro. Both.
So how do you do the experience part of it?
Oh, when my kids want stuff, I'm like, fuck that. Work for it.
Yeah.
Tell me something you want to paint around the house, or tell me how much it costs. I'll put half of it if you can come up with the other half. Like, yeah, I think, yeah. But my kids are good like that, too. Like, I feel like, man, sometimes I feel... But I'm at that point where, like, man, if I've got it, take it, If I've offered. But otherwise, nah, my kids are pretty grounded,
Because I had this argument with my sister the other day. Because we were talking about how... Because I think when they changed the smacking law, when they had the smacking law introduced that to New Zealand, I think that changed a lot of things with how we discipline our kids in terms of like how to discipline them to be more respectful and know what's right from wrong.
Yeah.
That's more faster than the way we have to do it now. Like I don't recognize how to do it now. I don't know, because I wasn't brought up like that. When I was a kid, I got a fussy because I did something bad.
Yeah.
And after that, I never did it again because I know, okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
Like if I steal or disrespectful or that kind of thing. So automatically, not to do that. Now it's like, what is it? Cancer free or something? It cuts out the kids. Cancer free. Go to your corner.
The naughty corner.
Naughty corner. And so I don't understand that. I don't know how that
Oh,
I
it's
don't-
hard, bro. It's hard.
Yeah.
I got girls, bro.
Mm.
I just paint them the picture. I just paint a picture for them, man. You're lucky I don't. But I suppose sometimes that the telling off, the grilling can be worse than the hiding, Because I've
Yeah.
heard people say like the emotional abuse is sometimes worse than the physical
Oh.
abuse.
'Cause you
Yeah,
can say
that's
some-
true.
You can say
Like-
some hurtful things. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can say
Yeah.
beautiful things, but I was like, it's not the intent, The intent
Mm.
was like, do you understand how much shit you've caused because of your one white lie?
Yeah.
Like I've painted a picture like that for my girl. Like you literally, a guy out there's got missing teeth because you said he did this. Go have a look at him, and that's enough to say, "Fuck nah, Dad, I swear to God." It wasn't how I said it. It's the way you heard it, and that can be your own mistake as well, Because there's no right or wrong way of parenting, man. To be honest, I mean, shit, we're from the they try me era, and it's
Yeah. And that era, that's what I think
Mm.
is the tried and true. They know our parents lived through it worse than we did, and our grandparents were even worse. So this is just a dumbed down version. This generation now, having no smacking at all. But when I go to Samoa and see the kids, it's still over there. The whole smacking, the discipline thing, it's still in Samoa, still in the islands. And these kids are more respectful. Hey, respect their elders, well mannered.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that for me, I think that's the only way to get these kids in line, to know what's right, to make them understand what's right and wrong in a more efficient way.
Yeah.
But in saying that, now we have the smacking law. There's still some good kids out there
Yeah.
that have grown up through the no smacking law.
Yeah.
So, there's that throws that out the window.
Mm.
So I don't know what, but I'm just saying that because I'm not brought up from that world. I'm not brought up from the naughty corner and the cancer free
Yeah.
and grounded. man, when I was a kid, would see the sitcoms and they're grounded. Okay, what's that?
I was grounded.
I was grounded.
Yeah, stuck in the hiding.
Not grounded on the ground.
Oh,
Grounded and
you want to be
simple.
grounded? Go lie down over there.
Being smacked
my-
with the broomstick.
I mean, yeah, grounded. And wow.
But then there's some parents that go too far, with the smacking.
Yeah.
I think there's a different thing. Yeah, I've heard that from people
Crazy
that
ones.
say that we should break the smacking law. Like there's a smack is a extent like not to do that again.
Mm.
But the abuse is the 1, 2, 3 uppercut.
Yeah, I know.
Get up.
Like, yeah. I got an auntie we call Auntie Dragon because man, her hands, bro. She gives a hiding, bro. She goes hard.
But no,
Crack
but
up.
that's why I
But
thought
Listen.
it was grey. It was a grey area because now you're bringing out this no smacking law. You're sort of bringing this law to include the people that are doing it the right way.
Mm.
We talked about we smack our kids because we don't want them to do the wrong thing. We want them to learn what right and wrong is, what good and bad is. What about those people? Now those people can't do it. The people that they're doing it for, and I understand, is the abuse part of it. Like if your dad comes home drunk and he's had a bad day at work and he texts on the kids,
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that we don't agree with.
Oh man, that's a good one.
I think it's a complex issue, but I think because when I used to think like as a young, because I'm a young dad. Like I had my daughter when I was 19. My anger, my tolerance for being real short, I was 0 to 100 every day of the week. But over time, and it wasn't until I saw maybe something in the paper about an adopted kid. She got taken in by her, I think it was, so she was with the auntie, and they abused her. I think she ended up in a washing machine or a dryer, and when the parents were ready to come and get her, she had died. But the abuse that this baby took, right, and when the way the paper had put it together, it was she had so many severe blows to her body that she would bruise. So if you imagine an adult, and it wasn't until I told myself, like, should we like not smack our kids? Because I didn't know how strong I was as a 19-year-old. Like, you know, I could punch the wall if there's a dent, like if there's a hole in the wall, and I was to do that to one of my kids. Like, you know, the way I was brought up, like, fuck yeah, that's how you learn your lessons. But I told myself, if you love your kids, show them other ways. Don't show them the way we were brought up, because there's a better way. Because I've always felt that way. I've always been on that stance. Like, smacking your kids ain't gonna do shit. Because what I learned was, like, as a kid getting a hitting was, like, it meant that my dad wasn't hitting me hard enough because I'm still standing. But it also taught me, like, if I got into someone on the street, it's like, bro, ain't no one hit harder than my parents, you know? But I don't want my kids to have that mentality. That mentality's sort of wrong. Well, that's just my personal opinion about it. Like, if you know as an adult or controlled, like if you're Bruce Lee, yeah, you know, that's an art. But if you're just a average Joe and he want to throw hands at one of your kids, it's like, you know, because everyone knows that one uncle, or everyone's seen or heard that stories about that one guy. Bro, it's a kid. It's a kid, man, you know? You can't expect the adult reply to what you're asking, eh? It's a kid. So if you think, like, you know, they don't know wrong from right. So you teach them wrong from right. Don't go to the point where you have to lay your hands on them, because, you know, you might either do two things. When you get old, you'll be that old man. I'm going to check your ass out, you know, because that shit comes back, I feel. Like, you know, and if you can relate with love and just a bit more, you know, on a easier than the way we saw it, you know, I feel it's better. Better for it.
Have you ever smacked your girls?
Never, bro. I've done the one jab to the thigh, and it was like the shock of her life. It's my oldest girl. It was like a 1-inch punch to the thigh. But all the anger that was behind it, and that's what did it for me, you know. And then I read that article a couple of days later. I was like, fuck, I'd never lay my hands on one of my girls. Only because it's like, you know, because some people are like, they experience it when they're kids. And if my girls end up with a guy who did the same thing, bro, I'll be burying this guy in the white tax, you know? It's like, bro, I didn't even touch my girls like that. Don't fucking walk in here. Because you see it, you know? I've seen it with, like, around family and stuff. I'll be like, bro, if you don't hear that at our home, then I don't want to hear it at your home, you know?
Yeah, a lot of it's like a cycle, a lot of it, eh?
Yeah.
The abuse is like a cycle. Like, if you're young and your dad beats up your mom, then 90% you're going to grow up and do the same thing to your partner, you know. It's like the whole pedophile thing, eh? Because these pedophiles got raped when they were young too, eh? So
Yeah. So it just carries on.
it just carries on.
Yeah, my dad.
That cycle. But I feel like the smacking law sort of punished everybody that's doing it right and wrong. You know what? But the main goal of that is for the people that abuse the kids. That kind of thing. But now, like, we have to learn how to see. I think what my example when I said kid players up in your classroom these days, and teacher now has to take all the other kids out and leave them to smash up the classroom. I mean, that's a result of no smacking. You know, you gotta look at other alternatives. And I think what happens is that you don't really know what the alternatives are, because they haven't tested the alternatives. They're just going off the flow. And if that's the policy, to take kids out when a kid is playing up in class, then, like, I don't agree with that. I don't know what that does. I don't know what the goal is for that.
I think every case would be different, though.
Yeah, every case will be different.
Because if you got a kid, he's just playing up.
For attention.
Yeah, attention straight away, you know, like, oh, this guy, or like, you know, he wants to prove his male dominance in the class because he doesn't have that male influence at home, or, you know, it's just like a lot of it stems back to like where the kid's background is, or, you know, he's not winning, things shouldn't going his way.
Because it can't go back to home life thing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it does. Like, I had my daughter, she came home, she's at primary, and said that a boy was mocking her. And straight away in my head, it was like, oh, either this might be he likes you, or he's just showing off. And she said, oh, he picked up my bag, chucked it in the bin, and said, that's where you belong, in the garbage. So once she told me that, in my head, I was going over to go beat the dad up, fuck up the house, and like tell this cunt to come out. Fucking let's get it on. And then my wife went down. So she went down to the school and just told the teacher. And lucky she wasn't upset, but when she was telling it back to my daughter who just left that school, she was like, "Oh, Mum, Dad, go and talk to so-and-so. Her teacher's really good." So before we went to the principal, we went to the teacher. And then this boy was like, he got roasted from the teacher. She had to write her a letter. And I said to my daughter, "Oh, so are you alright with this boy now?" She said, "Yeah." But she's like, "Dad, he was like really, really upset, eh? Like really upset." So whatever the teacher said to him, it's obviously made him feel bad.
Got to me.
Yeah. But then I said to her, "I want you to know, like, not all kids are like that. Even the cool kids can be like that. And even the kids that, they want attention. But he might be, what, does he have older brothers and sisters? Because sometimes that stuff happens at his house. He's the one being picked on."
Yeah, they probably.
And she's
doing
like,
it to him.
"Yeah, I figured that because he's got an older brother and an older sister, I go, "Yeah." But otherwise, if his dad wanted to throw hands, I was going to knock his dad out. Just to let you know. And she was like, "Nah, I understand that." I go, "Yeah." So don't feel like you go anywhere and all boys are like that,
What about you, Els? Did you ever hit the kids?
Maybe my oldest boy,
Yeah.
but not hurt like.
Just
not,
like a pow.
Yeah, but I don't. I think it was real. I think it was more like because I'm not a discipliner. Because I don't. Yeah, I don't really.
You just let the mum do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like me. Like I never really did that side of things. I just never
I don't remember. Nah. But for me, growing up, this takes me. It reminds me of when I was at primary school, and there's a teacher that came over to our house. She came and she had dinner with us, and there was a reason why, because there was one day I went swimming because we got swimming pool at Ranui, and I took my shirt off, and they saw because the way that I used to get beat, like they used to get the off the bamboo stick. So yeah, and I remember that in Afton too, because the off.
What did you do?
No,
What did you do?
I can't even remember what I did. I must have done something to piss off. It was my dad, to piss off my dad. So, and then they'll tell me to go walk to go get the bamboo stick. So everyone and it wasn't just me. You see, there's kids going to an Afton or with their new shooters. They used to be all bamboo, like a bush. So if you're walking there, people will know. You're gonna get a hiding. And me, it will make it even worse. I'll get the smallest bamboo stick and then come back. And then my dad saw it. He'll be like, then he'll go get one, and he'll get the one that's the top up over there, bro. Honest, I swear he'll get the one. And there's, I'll get the small one, like probably that length, right? My dad will go get the one that hits the roof. Yeah. So the teacher came. So we went swimming, and then I remember she asked me, "Hey, is everything all right?" Oh no, she didn't talk to me. They rang my parents, my mum, and then she said, "Hey, I'm coming over. I'm just letting you know." But me, I'm like, "Oh, cool. My teacher's coming over for dinner," but it was to come to talk to my parents, yeah. Because I remember what I saw was you remember the movie Rambo and he's getting electrocuted on the fence? Yeah, so that was those markings were like on my back. That's why and that's when the teacher reached out to my mum.
Do you remember the teacher's name?
Oh man,
Mrs. Blackwall, I think.
Well, mad love to Miss Blackwall that came over. I see your hang on, because you gotta have that. You gotta have it on your face. Gotta have it on your eyes.
That's why my dad used to expect me on my arms or on my body, not on my face.
Nah, yeah. I think my prince got a bit smarter too. He went from the back and the back of the legs to the bum.
Yeah.
Now, unless I was saying like swimming sports and wearing the jockey, like undies and stuff. Like,
my one was the back of the thigh. Sometimes.
Mine was my hand, the belt.
No, I got that from the principal.
Wow.
He used to give me the belt. He goes, give me your hand.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't miss. Yeah, anyway, I don't miss those days, bruh.
But you know when I said like teaches you right from wrong, did you learn your right from wrong from that?
No, look, I was still a shit. I remember, because my dad couldn't fit underneath the bed, so I'd go and hide underneath the bed, man. And he goes, and like, can you hear the bed? And I'm like, nah, you know, because I know, and once I knew how to run, I could run faster than him. He can't catch me, man. And then it didn't matter, like, I remember my parents, they used to bribe me, you know, nah, you know, we're not going to give you hiding. You know, I'm like, nah, no way, man.
I didn't have to run, man, because my dad will get me any, you know, eventually.
Yeah.
You know, he'll wait until, you know, I can run outside and be outside, but you know, you're gonna come inside sometime. And when I'm inside, that's when I get it, you know.
Man, not my mum, bro. She loves throwing things. Corned beef tins, flipping any kind of tin, any kind of shoe.
But see, that's what I learned, man. Like, see, that's the only way I knew, because I was brought up like that, right? So when I was gonna have kids, I don't know any other way.
Yeah.
But when it was time, I was like, oh, I'll let my partner do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it, you know. No, that's you, man. But you know, and then but what I've learned is that kids can be good or bad, whatever you do, you know. So there's no real blueprint for it, you know.
Yeah, the things that used to freak me out as a teen, because I stopped getting high like maybe when I was like 12, 13. Because by that time, I realized like, bro, my old man was getting older, and I was getting a lot stronger. So it was like, bro, this guy can hurt me. He was like, no effect. I'm not Kane. Like, even if he like can combat me, it was just like, nothing. The energy was still 100. So my dad must have just given up. He was like, bro, this guy's too strong now. But I remember like when I was at high school, and like I should just be amazed, like how many of my boys would be like real scared of going home or being in trouble. And it was like buzzing me out, man. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get the beats when I get home. What do you do now? Like in my head, I was like, well, why are you acting up to get the beats? Like just don't do it. If you know what's coming, like, oh man, so they're gonna come stay your house.
Yeah, those ones.
So you're gonna give us both the beats.
Man, my dad, I think the last hiding my dad gave me was, I think I was in my early 20s. we had a massive ass fight. We had a mean ass fight. So we never got along. We still don't. Still don't get along. We still argue. But I'm the one that just pushes it off. I just he just carries on. But my brother is different. They argue a lot to the point where they're almost gonna smash each other. It gets pretty loud at the household sometimes.
See, I knew right from wrong, but I also realized like my dad was getting older and like I could inflict the pain. But it also made me realize like, man, because my mum would always say stuff like, you'll know when you have your own kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like I'd look after my brother's kids and my parents would look after your days. Like, you know, whatever you give to them, they'll give it back. And I saw it happen over my lifetime, you know. Yep. My brother's kids treat me better than anyone else because I was the closest in age. But man, it just, all that stuff that they just throw out willy-nilly, like just saying like, oh, you understand when you have your own kids. But what I did understand was like, I never wanted to hurt my kids, you know.
Yeah.
Because like the way we used to get hiding, it was like, before school.
Yeah.
Like, not the kid, like,
but you know, your kids can just get their phones and film you.
But
that's
get
gonna
it,
hurt
you know
me.
what I mean? I get it. Because my dad did chauffeur too. So it was like, to get there, oh, I forgot my bag. Shut up. Bro, that's not going to waste gas to drop me off. He said, go, you know? And I can imagine, like, man, going through that, being tired, and then getting it, like, bro, no wonder why that guy got mad. It was just didn't have enough sleep, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember because I never got hiding from it. But when I do a stupid thing, like be absent-minded or just do a dumb thing, like do something last that I should have done first, or you know, these kind of little things, like little life kind of things. Like my dad just get frustrated and get angry, and tell me off.
Yeah.
Use your brain, man. Like, that
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
Oh man.
What's wrong with you?
But that, like, oh man, I didn't even know. You know that. Man,
But do you feel
was,
that those sort of talks stuck with you though?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you get older, you're more mature than it.
Yeah.
It sinks.
Yeah, those sank, man.
My mom's classic one was like put some deodorant on before you leave the house, and it wasn't until she said to me, "Hey," and I go, "Yeah, did you put some deodorant on?" I go, "Nah, just precious." Just shaking her head, and then it wasn't until she goes, "Do you think I go to work for you to come here and smell like I was like, I was like, "What do you think, James? When did I can smell you? What? You guys smell?"
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Okay. Then. So it wasn't like pride. Even though it was like she took a pride in her house. She wants her kids to be like the same.
Yeah.
And then my manager be, fuck, I feel like a stupid idiot. No, like
Sounds like my mom.
very proud. That wasn't. It was funny because like I left home like at 18, and it wasn't until my brother's kids were like 16, 17. And bro, I just go over, just pop in and see my parents. I can see them walking out. We going up the road, and I can hear my mum go, "Shh, hey, remember the go?" Like if you put your deodorant and all that, be like, "Go and put some deodorant on."
Yo, lucky your mum said that. My one goes, "Did you wash your balls?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Son,
Yeah,
your mum,
man.
you can't say that to me." He goes, "Go and wash your balls."
Yeah, man. Things like if my dad opens the fridge and the milk is like, or a drink, it's got this much in it,
Yeah,
and it's
Yeah.
still,
yeah.
bro, he'll growl and say, "Who did this? Like, why can't you just drink it all and throw it away? Why
Yeah,
you have to
okay.
like leave a? Who's gonna drink this
Yeah,
little
man.
bit?"
Joe's really bad for that in our household. You'll drink it, and then you'll leave a little bit, and you go, goes inside, and then my dad will come, "Who the fuck?"
My
Joseph.
kids are bad like that, man. Like the yogurts.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more yogurts, but the package is still in the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because my dad
Yeah.
used to go off as nut.
Yeah.
My mum or daddy.
Yeah.
But my wife, she just chill away. I just open it, I just laugh, close it.
Oh,
But
the
you know,
butter.
it was never me doing the drink thing because I never could understand that too. I mean, why are you feeling so ashamed? You don't want to drink at all. You feel like you want to leave a little bit for the next person, like that much.
That's what I asked my brother. And he goes,
I'm probably the one doing that.
"Come over to his house." Yeah, I
That's what they're thinking about, eh?
I asked Joe, and I was going, "Why do you do that?" He goes, "Oh, I just save it for someone else." What, that little piece?
Or
It wasn't chicken.
Or you're too lazy to throw it in the rubbish. I don't know why they leave a little bit like that.
Okay, man, it must be that hard to take the rubbish and put it in the bin. Oh, it's annoying.
I think it's that classic, like you take a little bit, knowing that you have to save some for someone else. You take a little bit more, a
Bro,
little bit more until there's nothing left.
there was one time I came home from work and I was hungry as, and they had a mean ass dinner and I knew it. I thought, oh yeah, sweet, I'll go in the morning, have something to eat. There was one piece of chicken left. Fuck! I was like, that was like a big fuck you in the morning, man. I was like pissed off. I should have stopped at PC.
I think Cam did a little skit about that.
Oh yeah, yes, right, yeah.
Did he? Oh, me.
Yeah, the
I'm the
cheesecake.
yeah, and he blamed it on the brother or something.
Yeah. Have you seen this next one? The one
No.
that gets smacked. What theme song does your dad walk to when he's about to give you honey? And he acts as his dad walking down the hallway, and it's got the music, like you know how
Yeah, like
how
an entrance. Yeah.
entrance music.
Yeah. Man, you know what my dad's one would be? It would be that dun 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 dun. Dun, dun. That would be his one.
When I think of my dad coming at me 100 like that, I can hear the Terminator music.
That was another movie back in the days. Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that first one. I was
Oh,
sick.
bro, I loved how the second one when Arnold was the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved that,
was
especially when he
the-
goes and eyes up in the bar and he does the up and down, looking for someone his size. Hey,
Give me a
Oh, and
guys
he's
would be like,
naked.
"Sick,
Yeah.
yeah." Because on the
Give me a
first one, bro
place.
was like, "Oh, was he like the bad guy?" I was like, "Nah, Arnold as a villain doesn't work for me." But then when he's on the second one, he's the good guy. I was like, "Yes."
That was the best movie, that one.
That's right. That's Terminator 2.
Some good line. One line is, "Hey, what's wrong with your eyes?" It's nothing.
That was the first time the CGI used CGI in movies, eh?
Yeah. Hard up.
Because that was special effects was really good, eh?
Nothing like it.
Mm.
Yeah, man, Arnold made you. When I saw Terminator 2, I was like, when I get older, I'm gonna ride a bike like him. Hey, everyone wanted to ride a bike like Arnold.
You know, back those days, it wasn't about the movie; it was about the actor. Eh? You watch a movie for the actor, not the
Stallone.
Yeah.
Stallone or Arnold
Van Damme.
or Eddie Murphy. Doesn't matter what movie
man.
came out, as long if the actor was there, you gotta watch it. Van Damme, eh?
Yeah.
All the Van Dammes.
My dad's still like that. You know, if a certain actor from back in the day is still in that movie,
Watch
oh
it.
yeah, he'll watch it.
Yeah.
He won't care what it's about.
Was this on The Rock and the Expendables 4?
Is he?
That's what I heard. Someone dropped it. I was like, hey, are you sure? I think my daughter
Nah,
was
I'm
saying.
not. I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
But see, those movies like Expendables,
Yeah.
that style,
Goes back
80s
to the-
action styles. Like I can't watch them anymore.
Nah.
yeah.
I can't do like Fast and Furious. I can't, man.
I can because it just, I don't know. I still enjoy it, but I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Nah, yeah. I just want
but
to
I,
know
st-
what happens, how the story.
I still
Yeah.
enjoy the
Unfold.
action though, like the thrill of the 80s kind of
I
thing.
feel like the special effects ruin it because it's you can tell it's where back in the 80s they were doing it for real. The
Mm.
stunts and that.
The visual
It
effects,
didn't have to be visually pleasing.
not the CGI. No way.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. Even with the small scenes, like with the knives and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they did a lot of CGI with that.
I think there are better stories too. I think the stories are better because they're believable. Whereas
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, you driving a car in space. What?
Yeah.
I fell asleep on that movie. I didn't even watch the rest of it. It was like up to the part when the truck was going up,
I
standing
think
up straight.
what's that, like 5? When they do was it the 5th one? You know how the Rock's chasing them,
Mm.
Yeah,
and then end up in Brazil.
that was
Like
a
I
good
think
one.
that's probably through after that. Then when
Yeah,
they were
Oh.
Yeah,
like the
What
picture.
is up to now?
it's
Ten.
they're in space now.
What?
Yeah, because Hobbs and Shaw's 9,
Yeah,
and I think there's a
Oh,
10 supposedly coming.
but the part with the truck when it's like flipping over, I think that's the part I would wake up and it was the end.
Yeah, because they shouldn't have done that, eh? When it was all about the cars. But mind you, I think the manufacturers and all the cars at the time, they sort of hit a wall as well.
Yeah,
Because, when the Evo 7 was out,
Mm.
like, I remember New Zealand, like, fuck, everyone, but you had to be high roller to be rolling around the Evo 7.
yeah, true.
But I think the latest cars that, the Dodge, was it the Wrangler? The Wrangler? That's the four-wheel drive that they pull up in when they find Dominic.
I don't even
Oh.
understand why they didn't change the whole name of the whole thing. Because Fast and Furious to me was about cars in the beginning.
Yeah.
Next minute it's like special agents, and armies, and
Taking on the
wars.
mafia.
Yeah.
Now they're taking on a syndicate, a crime syndicate.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's over the top, eh?
It's like James Bond.
It's like
with-
an action movie, right? Like full on action movie.
yeah, it's like 007, but there's heaps of him.
See, that 007 is different because I can believe 007.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying this.
it's just too crazy.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious is too crazy.
So nobody dies in that show. Nobody.
Really?
I mean, they do die, but it's like one every 3 or 4 movies.
Nahans is actually still alive, though, eh?
Yeah,
The Asian
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's alive.
I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
But those 4 movies you posted on the chat, fuck, that's solid, man.
Yeah, what they
latest
can
one.
jump.
Yeah.
I thought more people comment on that. Because I'm trying to make people comment.
Yeah.
So last week's one was the horror one,
Yeah,
like the Omen. I didn't know what the 4th one was gonna be. I put Poltergeist there, but I didn't think it.
What did you have?
I didn't think it suited.
The
didn't have any-
Amityville horror, that one.
Yeah, Amityville
I've
horror.
never seen those. I
Omen?
can't watch horrors, eh?
Can't you? Oh,
The last one I watched was the one with the little girl and her hair's in front of her face.
Oh, the
Ring.
The Ring.
no. The Ring or the Grudge.
Straight up, I watched that
Grudge and
with
the
surround sound.
The Ring.
I
Oh,
woke
wow.
up, I fell asleep, and I woke up and I was fucking scared as fuck.
You know what? I love horrors, man. I love
Yeah,
horrors.
same. I love horror.
Do you know why? because it's not like watching anything else. Because you're not gonna sit in your seat. You're not gonna. It's gonna make you do something. Your body's gonna react. You're gonna react to what you're gonna see, and that's why I like it, because it's gonna react to. Your body's gonna react to the movie that no other movie can make you react to, like the same way. You know, even if it means like, fuck, I'm not gonna watch it, I'm going to bed. You know, you just left the movie because you're scared. You just like don't want to see it because it's too scary. You just you just turned off because you're scared. You're even scared. You're even scared watching the movie. It's just a movie, and you're scared. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
But the intent of the movie,
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
It's just a movie.
Michael Myers.
That's why.
When I started watching that's when I was like, nah.
Halloween.
Halloween, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for every guy I saw walking on Everest at night, I was like, damn.
But that's just your imagination. But at the end of the day, it's just a movie, and you know you can't really take it outside
Nah,
the real
because
world.
when they did Scream, that's when everyone was like saying, "Oh, it's just a movie," but nah. Look what happened when they did Scream.
But see, that's why I
Really?
think people
It's like,
say they
damn.
can't do movies. Because I was surprised that a lot of people I know don't watch horrors because they're scared, and I'm surprised by that, because man, I'm in it for the adrenaline rush, or the rush of watching. Like it's all bullshit,
Yeah.
but you can't help but thinking that it's gonna happen to you in real life. You know, it's just part of it. But at the same time, you understand it's just a movie. But for me, it's the reaction.
I think the thrillers will, like Screaming, they will do. That's the worst I watch. But nah, man.
Man,
The horrors, eh?
what's that? The one with the nun, the evil nun.
Oh, no.
What's that on? I forgot the name of the movie, but the one with the evil nun was a scary one for me. It's recent. It's pretty recent.
Ave's doing what he does best. In the back of the 135.
What was the last horror you watching?
The Tory Goose.
The
Mike is trying to get me watch.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
They remade it,
Yeah.
and I was like, just shut up.
The
So they
first,
watched it at home, and I told my daughter, she's at intermediate now. Yeah, she watched it. She's, I'm not gonna. She did. I told you.
no,
don't watch
that's
this shit.
the first one, the remake. Like,
You like that one?
Yeah, that was a mean one. The second one was a bit like because at the end when he turned like that into like a spider, I'm like that's
But
see I got
there's a whole generation that is scared of clowns now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
because of that movie. I was
yeah.
one of them.
See,
Yeah,
The
my
first one was good,
Tim
man.
Curry version, eh?
yeah, my daughter's mother is fucking scared of clowns. She'll take one down.
Oh,
Like if she actually sees a clown, like anywhere, she's like just
Yeah.
freaked out.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's different kind of horrors, right? So I'm pretty bored of the slasher type of horror.
Yeah.
Like Freddy and
Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw
Chainsaw
and
Massacre.
Jason. And,
Yeah, those ones all have the same face
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
His style is always I'm just gonna go take a shower. Yeah, see the police, the sister. Yeah, and then but she's gonna get slashed to watch.
Yeah, or they're at a creek or a river, and they're gonna have like they're gonna have sex or whatever.
But when the chainsaw will never stab it.
Bro.
In the tents, the next week we see the knife.
Yeah,
But you know, remember on Scream when they told you the rules of horror?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That if you have sex, you're gonna die. You know, if
if you're black, you're gonna die.
if you're black, you're gonna die. And that's why Jordan Peele was trying to reverse the whole. He's making these movies, these horror movies,
Oh, no,
he's
using
legit,
just
man.
black
man.
actors. You know,
He's
everything.
legit,
right.
man.
Fuck that.
Get Out and what's the other one? The Scissors one.
Get Out was like, fuck,
Them. Oh,
man, that made my heart sink.
Yeah, that.
Every time he went down into that whatever he went in.
well,
Fuck.
Us is the other one. Us.
Yeah, that's another one too.
That was good.
That's fucked up.
And then how come you like horrors? The same reason why I like.
No, so I remember growing. So my because I'm a younger generation. So I got older cousins that like I got a few that are like 10 years older than me. So when I slept at my older cousin's house, we'd always watch horrors. We'd always watch that's where my first horror I ever watched was the first Halloween. The first one, you know. And I remember watching that in primary school, as a kid.
Yeah, man.
Jamie Lee Curtis in that one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
The
this
young.
the story of what happens with Michael?
Yeah.
The
first one, the very first
Remind me,
one.
because I probably have seen it, but I was probably dropping us to
Yeah.
watch
Oh
it
man.
to the end.
It's when it's from the beginning. He kills the sister when he's a kid
Yeah.
in the beginning.
So he doesn't have a face then, eh?
Nah,
No.
you never see his face
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
And he gets shot at the end, and he goes over the balcony. And then when they look over, he's gone,
Gone.
and that's when it finishes.
How old is he then, dude?
He's young, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's like 21 or 24.
Man.
Yeah. So that's how I got it, man. And the adrenaline rush.
But the music's
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
man.
music's like dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun.
weird, man.
It's like the Unsolved Mysteries music, really.
Oh.
That's what makes it even scarier.
Oh, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Nah, because I wasn't familiar with the first one, but I was really familiar with the second one, the hospital.
Oh yeah.
That was freaky, man.
Yeah.
Because I watched that one in primary too. Man.
No, that's so watching. So staying in my older cousins' houses, they'll all have the horrors. The gangster movies,
Yeah.
and and the porn. They all have all of that. Because I'm like probably like 6, 7, but they're like 18,
Yeah.
19. Yeah. That's how I got into horrors.
Yeah, man. Nah, I love horrors. Because those movies I put up, the horror ones, the old ones,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
in the 70s, 80s, like Omen. Remember Omen?
Nah, I haven't.
Damien.
I haven't
Damien,
seen any
Omen.
of them.
Because I was a fan of horrors when I was a kid. Because my parents, they liked those like church kind of horror movies, like Damien,
Yeah.
like the son of Satan.
That was
Yeah.
the first one, eh?
Yeah.
That's when the window and it chops his head off.
It chops
That
it-
one, yeah.
The cycle of shit off me.
Crazy. Why do I remember that?
But back then, my parents always like anything to do with religion that's in the
Yeah.
horror movies, like Exorcist. Exorcist was a big one, eh?
Yeah.
So we'll just watch it too. But I think because I watched them as a young age, because we had Sunday horrors.
Yeah. Every week.
Every
Do you remember that,
Sunday.
Let's?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I'm like fucking scared of films, bro. My dad used to watch them and be like, shh, olo mo. And then I'll be like, yeah. And then I'll just, shh, olo mo, and then next minute, just fall asleep and then wake up in the middle halfway through and he's watching one. I'm like, fucking too scared to go down the hallway, man.
I remember, as a kid, because our TV used to be, so our hallway straight there, but the TV, like, you can see it, like, on the last,
Yeah.
so I stayed in the back room, and because we had to close our doors, but I always left my door open, and they were watching the horrors, so I'd stay up, like, they didn't know I was watching the horror, as a kid, and everything's dark.
That's why you're
Moi colo.
That's why you're like Chuck Norris on the butts or something.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I love horrors, because I was exposed to it as a young kid.
The adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
they weren't that bad back then.
Because one of my sisters, she loves horrors.
Oh, yeah?
Hey,
Loves
me.
horrors. Like, she used to watch, like when she got me into Scream, but then she used to watch all the Nightmare on Elm Street as well.
Yeah.
Like, I could watch those, because we would watch it during the day. But then when my parents come in, turn it off,
Yeah.
But then, nah, man, after I watched it and the Michael Myers, and the
Yeah,
Ring,
man.
I watched the thing, when I watched The Ring, because I watched it with surround sound,
Mm.
I started hearing shit in my sleep, man. Like, I could hear the water running.
Oh, what?
Because, like, surround sound, you're looking at the screen, you can hear the water behind you, but it's a wall. Instead of doing that shit, I was like, fuck, what's wrong with me? I'm
That's even
paranoid.
better. I think that's a good experience.
Yeah, bro.
The Conjuring. The Conjuring is one of my favorites.
Is it?
Yeah, the first one. The
Yeah,
first
see, I
one.
got a niece, my sister's daughter, she loves that shit, man. She's like cracking up. Like, what's funny? This movie's funny. Oh.
I like the
Oh, yeah. Now I cracked up at Chainsaw Massacre. The remake, the first remake.
Oh, yeah.
I was laughing at.
Yeah, because it's predictable,
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what about Hills Have Eyes?
Oh, yeah.
The first one.
I think I've seen it.
Oh, that was those
These people
those
in the
people in the
yeah.
those hillbillies. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was pretty gruesome, eh?
Yeah, that was Wrong Turn, the first one.
Oh yeah.
Before then, it started getting like same storyline.
I like that Scarecrow one. The
Jeepers Keepers. Yeah.
It's pretty creative. The slasher movies, but man, my favorite ones right now is from the same director as a new guy, Hereditary and Midsommar. You seen those?
No.
Man, those are freaky, man, freaky. Yeah.
Okay.
It's if I tell you, it'll ruin it because heaps of it's traumatizing. These man, if you watch Hereditary, it's on Netflix, I think. On Netflix, yeah. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Watch Hereditary. On the spur, you'll be traumatized. Because I was a bit traumatized by it, but it was fun at the same time.
What?
See, that's the thing. Like, when people don't want to get traumatized, right? When they watch horror. But me, I want to. Because I want to see, like, I want to feel that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, you see, that's the thing. Were we traumatized when we saw the video? The kid getting stabbed in Brisbane? Because that was real.
I think, like, for me personally.
But the movie isn't real.
For me personally, because I see, like, I've seen so much of sort of that stuff, you know? It just becomes, like, normal. Like, it's a sad situation, but, yeah, it's just like, you know, another situation, you know?
Yeah. Just like R. Kelly. I was supposed to do my R. Kelly.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
I got my top 5 R. Kelly.
Songs?
Yeah, I was gonna do my top 5 R. Kelly songs.
Oh.
Do you know them off the top of your head?
I wrote it down actually.
Oh, wow. Prepared,
Do you
guy.
have a 5?
Maybe a 3 or 4?
I reckon if you know it, you can sing it.
I got my top 5. But man, you know, what do you guys think of him getting 30 years?
Not enough.
Not enough. What about you? You should got a life, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when kids are involved. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sick cunt.
But I remember back in the day there was that program called Hard Copy.
Yeah.
I remember when it first came on Hard Copy and the first time it came up, and I'd be like, "What? Like no way." Really?
That would have been ages ago.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, now that
He's still doing it.
yeah, because like I remember when he did Ignition and that and the video clips, and he started doing collabs. I'd be like, "Fuck, how the fuck is this guy still walking? Like this guy's got a lot of money, eh?"
Yeah.
Obviously, but he would have obviously taken it to a state where he knew he was gonna win, you know, because like you gotta have a certain sort of pool in a certain city to take it to court like that
And win.
and keep all those girls quiet, because all those girls were like, there's first a lot of ladies would have taken money and just been
Quiet.
lid on there.
Yeah, no, it's for, yeah. There's some, yeah. Like the songs he's, like, yeah, I can't take him, you know, he's a great musician, you know, but outside of that, that's probably what he used there.
Yeah,
To
he
lure
obviously
them
built
in.
some of those lyrics of those songs are like, what the hell?
Yeah, cause it's easy for me to separate the monster from
The
the
artist.
musical genius. Cause man, you know, we grew up on those songs, man, and they were mean. But because you know, people just completely. Cause I don't believe you can completely just try to erase those songs from your top list. You know?
Yeah, R&B hits.
Hey, you can't like it's like UB40. Imagine if we found out they were raping little girls.
Yeah.
Are we gonna quit listening to UB40?
Probably not.
It's like that, right?
Yeah.
It's hard, but you're not gonna quit listening to UB40.
Maybe perhaps because I knew R. Kelly was guilty of that shit from
Ages
way
ago.
back. It's
Yeah.
sort of like, you guys are rapists, you know?
So what's the difference between him and Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson didn't get
Michael
caught.
Jackson's always a rapist. Yeah, that's
Nah, he didn't do it, man. I love Michael. Anyway.
Michael Jackson
anyway.
died before he got caught.
Come on, Abs. Do I can play bass?
Even Elvis, bro. Elvis, you know, Priscilla was like young as he when he called for first time.
I don't know.
She was
Who's
like
that?
way underage.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis. When he got with Priscilla.
The
Oh.
Hustlers.
Mm.
Oh. Have you seen the movie?
Nah, but I want to.
I heard it's good.
Uh,
I've heard it's good.
So I love young Elvis. Young Elvis in his young days
Yeah.
Yeah.
before he went to Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's country, real country.
What's your top 5 then?
I wrote it down, but can't
Do you
find
have a top 5 list?
Sadly, I do.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I know where to put it. I actually put it in a Spotify playlist. on my
See,
top.
then, R. Kelly must be a porter if you can't remember.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I'll say your top 5 then.
Top 5. Ignition.
Yeah.
Number 5. Number 4 is that Step in the Name.
Oh, yeah. And then my love. Hey.
And then
And love.
then Michael's song, Mickey Lahey's song, I'm the greatest, the world's greatest rapist. And then the number 2 is probably his collab with Celine Dion, the I'm Your Angel.
Okay.
Was that right? That's 3, 4. And my number 1 would be his I Can't Sleep.
Oh, okay.
no, number 1. Oh, okay, that's my number 5.
But I put that as my number 1 because the Hollywood Husband surfaced it. I was like, frick, that's right. There's a song.
See, I put I Can't Sleep Baby as my number 5. My number 4 is Bump and Grind.
Oh, yeah.
My number 3 is Dedicated.
Maybe you gotta sing it. Like, maybe you gotta sing a bar of it or something.
Number 2
Okay.
is My Body's Calling.
Oh, yeah.
And my number 1 is Step in the Name of Love.
Oh, nice.
But this song I'm talking about.
Okay, my 5, okay, it's not in any particular order. So I like I Believe I Can Fly, Bump and Grind. I like Tempo Slow. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, those are the only 3 I know. All right. And so yeah, some of the other 2 are what you guys already said.
I found it's a hard one, eh? It's a hard one, eh? Because I was a big fan of his music.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of his
some
music.
mean hits.
He's on the You Will Know song, eh?
Oh, Black Men United.
He's on
Yeah.
that as well, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Well, yeah, for his part on there, you can tell, like, you know, I used to try and listen to the song. He's like, oh, that's so, you know. But then when the video clip came out, I was like, wow, it wasn't even him. It was like, R. Kelly, yo.
But he's always been weird, eh? If you seen his private stuff, like his off stage stuff, his YouTube's in that. Like he had that one song that was like a diss, but he had a fight at the end. What was that one?
Oh, what?
There was a video clip he made, and it was a song, and it was about him breaking up with his girlfriend, calling her out on the phone, and it was real funny. And he had a fight at the end, and there was an actual fight at the end, and they cut the
video.
the music video off.
See, he had his apparently Dave Chappelle was saying that he had some guys that were like after him or something, eh? They came up to one of Dave Chappelle's gigs or something.
Oh, when he got tackled. Dave Chappelle got tackled.
Nah, like, cause apparently, cause you know Dave Chappelle made the parody of that
I piss on you.
Yeah. So and then some of us in Detroit or something.
Yeah. Oh, this was before.
Back then, yeah.
Yeah, that was when you hear those stories, what he did,
He used to piss on them.
Piss on girls.
That's why I chose not to, want to know, man. The more you know, about how sick the guy was.
Yeah.
30 years
even
is a
his
slap on the hand.
even his interview. Hey, remember when he cried on TV? I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Who's my twin brother?
Trying to frame me. Well,
Yeah.
that was a bit
The
awkward.
red flag was with the
But what
Tiffany
happened to
Alia.
him, dude? Like, I'm sure it's spoken, isn't it, on his docu, his short film? Well, what's happened to him? Like, for him,
Oh, for him to be like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
He must have got abused, eh?
He would have been abused, or he would have seen it, experienced it.
Well, he did say it, eh? He didn't get abused. I think.
All the fame, money, the power.
Still,
Hey.
that's sick, dude.
But you
They
know,
should put a
treating those
bullet in
girls-
his head, man.
treating those girls like slaves and that, eh?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Those girls like suckers. Eh? I couldn't believe how they were sticking up for him. Like they were, they were asked.
sorry for him.
Yeah, because that's what they believed, and it wasn't even them. It was just him manipulating them. Me,
Yeah.
like, oh no, that's how we do it. Like he likes to, he tells me to go there, I go there. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's.
Can't you hear what
that's
you're
fucked,
saying,
eh?
man?
Yeah.
And that's when you know.
But man, you know what I watched, and because I've been on leave since Monday,
Oh yeah.
but I sort of clocked out last week on Friday.
Uh.
But man, I was cleaning up the house on Friday night with the kids, and I was watching a docu about something similar, like, but the richest high school in New Zealand, and it's in Remurewa. I don't know if I want to say the name, but this high school, and it was a boarding school. The school was founded on like 2 orphan children, and they became a couple. They bought this land, and they said their vision was to grow a school that's boarding school, will find funding, and will fund this high school to board kids and give them education and stuff.
Mm.
Man, on Sunday they interviewed a couple of adults now. They're like, one's in his late 50s. He was a broadcaster on radio, became famous, and he finally came out about what his what trauma he had as a kid going through that school.
Oh,
It's fucking sad, man.
yeah.
Is it
Fucking
still with?
sad. Yeah, I heard it. Is that? I don't know. Can't fucking throw people under the bus like that, but
No, because I heard in the paper, some teacher they got done for.
he was a
sexual-
chaplain. He was a
sexual
chaplain
abuse,
of the school,
Yeah.
but that case is with a 37-year-old.
Mm.
That case is with a 37-year-old. This is when I was last at school. So we're going back 21 years ago.
Mm.
So when that kid, that big case is about now, fucking, when I was at high school, I was like 17. See, like, they've got him on film, like on camera, interviewing this 37-year-old, and he's, man, and I give such love and applause to him to be so upfront about it.
Mm.
Because, like, the 51-year-old who said, oh, this is the list of those guys, and this is what the school did to hide it, and, just sweep it aside. They had an internal investigation, never contacted the police. The reason why he left that all that bullshit is because he played up, and they rang his mum. The mum came pick them up, took him back down to Tauranga.
Mm.
But he was his dad passed away when he was like really young.
Yeah.
But man, that 37-year-old man who's just painting the story of what happened, he's actually on camera, and he says, man, this guy used to get us to go around the back of like the church wherever they stay assemble.
Mm.
He had a little office, and there was a curtain, and all the kids used to go there, and he used to make them hook up with each other, man.
Shit.
And like, this is all his actions. Like, so when you talk about manipulation and stuff,
Mm.
it's like all the stuff you could do to make your school like time better, But that's what he made the kids do.
Mm.
In their minds, they're just gonna do it so school's less bullshit for them,
Yeah.
so they can get like the extra treatment. But little did this guy know, like, back what he was doing back then was like, but that's not right.
Yeah.
Because they've been boarding at the school since they were like 7, to the age of 17. It's like, fuck, this guy really did some
Yeah.
real sick shit to these kids.
It might be a bit deal with because it came on the paper.
No,
It
it
came
is
on
though.
the news.
It
Oh,
is,
this,
it is.
yeah, because they had I saw the picture of the guy, the old man
Yeah,
who was doing it.
the chaplain.
I didn't read the story, but the heading just said it all.
Yeah,
Shit was going down and deal with. But you're right, man. That school, it's one of the rich schools in New Zealand. They own a lot of property in town, down Queen Street. All those buildings at the bottom of Queen Street is owned by them, and they so they got heaps of assets. They started as Irish couple, because they wanted to build a school because all the men that they went to war, so all the mums stayed here. And
Look
the
after the
kids
children.
and the sons, but some of the men they didn't come back from war, so they were fatherless. So set up the school for these kids to go to the school if they got no fathers and that. So that's how it started. But yeah, man, that's some sleeper shit. Have you seen the movie Sleepers? Have you seen Sleepers with Kevin Bacon and Brad Pitt? And the story about how they were abused when they were kids, but when they grew up, the abuser they met when they're older, and two of the guys that he abused, they grew up to be gangsters, and then they killed him in the bar when they saw him in the bar, at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But the movie's about their whole experience getting in trouble as kids and going to like a juvenile detention kind of place, and that's where they got abused. So,
oh man, that interview that the 37-year-old gave brought me to tears, eh?
yeah,
Because I was watching it with one of my kids, and it made me think like 20 years ago when I was at school. So it would have been like when you were like 5 or 6 years out of school. Like, could you have a voice?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
You know? But
That's
like,
how vulnerable you are. Hey.
yeah. But I mean, because you're a teen, eh?
Yeah.
And like in your adolescence like that, it's like, do you have a voice to like, or like, do you have at least the power in your own mind to say like,
That's
fuck,
wrong.
I don't want to do this. Yeah, it's wrong. Like this, it's fucked up. But like, fuck, you know. And this, fuck, I feel so sorry for the guy. Eh?
Yeah, it's funny. We come full circle now because we were talking about sick people in the world, you know, and this is like close to home. Eh?
Yeah, well, this guy's a white balangi looking dude, and he was like vouching, giving prayer at a church and shit, man, to all these kids,
Man.
and using that is to lure them around the back to go do sick shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like, man.
See, but you know, we're talking about all these sick people around the world. How much do you protect your kids? Eh?
Mm.
And you feel sorry for these kids that went through that because you don't know how they are now. Are they pedophiles now, or
Well, see, that's the thing, though.
are they abusers now?
So the 51-year-old, he said, like, when he came out, he said, because they asked him, like, why are you blowing the whistle now? Like, what's taking you so long to come out? And he goes, and then he gets emotional. He goes, because I watched firsthand what it's like to attend one of the funerals of the 7 other boys that got felt, you know, they had the same shit done to them.
Triggered it.
Yeah, and it's obviously, made him feel like, fuck, are you just going to keep, you know?
Yeah.
Keep
Take
showing
it to the
face at these-
grave.
Take it to
Yeah.
a grave or do
Take it
something.
to the grave or do something about it now. So, man. So there, that guy that's 27, he's like, there's another case pending the same, but not in the same, but with the same dude. There's like 96 of them.
96 kids.
96 kids.
Yeah.
So that guy that's getting he got his 13-year sentence. Fucking this, and he like, I think maybe 24. But that's the ones that has actually come forward.
So
Where's
the
the rest?
chaplain, how old is he now?
I think he's like almost in his 80s. He must be in
Oh,
his 80s.
fuck.
So when he goes to jail, he's probably going to die in there, aren't he?
Yeah, probably.
It's probably not worth it to go to jail. But it's all good, my hiding.
Oh, they should just
Oh.
get a staple gun and just staple his fours. But then, you know, you don't want to be the guy who can hear what happened to that guy.
Yeah.
Made him like that, you know. It was like, fuck. But then they had a high case of staff that were like that in the school. I was like, damn.
See, that kind of oppression, I don't believe he did that alone.
Yeah.
Because that's too good. There's a proper place with a curtain
Yeah.
that I've made. There's a bed behind there, all these
Man.
and stuff. You know, how can you be by yourself and do that and have all that happen to 97 kids or and get away with it? Someone has to fucking know about it.
You know, well, it wasn't like it wasn't news though. See, because the kid says that, you know, like, say for example, you get known for being a rapist. He said that guy had a nickname, the rapist. Like,
What?
yeah.
Already?
Yeah, well, because he's had like, so he was obviously 17 then. He said that name had started way before like he even came into the school. So he knew like, say yeah, like, but then say I'm just saying hypothetically, his name was the rapist. Like they called him like, say his name was the rabbit. They called him Peter the Rabbit. But why was his name the Rabbit? So he heard that this guy had been known as the Rabbit before he even came into the school.
Wow.
So he obviously had history, like, you know, with other.
Yeah, man.
It just happened to be like, instead of sacking him or, you know, they asked him to, you know, retire. But then the other staff, there was like 13 other staff that were part of it, man. Like doing the same sort of thing to the kids.
You know, this just reminds me of these movies where someone hires a hitman and just goes around and the guy's having his
Faster.
breakfast or whatever. Boom.
Faster.
Yeah.
Faster. Oh, the
Like,
rock.
Boom. Yeah.
But that's, fuck yeah, man. I mean, that's the world we live in now.
Yeah.
But remember,
Oh
like
my
the Catholic
gosh.
Church was on the fire for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
With those priests around the world getting caught, like molesting the altar boys and that.
Yeah.
Like that was a big cover up. Me.
But that's the sort of, see, but that's the sick shit that the freaking Balangis they brought with them, man. Eh? I swear, man. If you think back, if you to tail back far enough, what a fafas in Samoa and that shit, what a game that didn't come until these, like it wasn't there when these guys put the church to the island.
Yeah.
It's I can't explain why people do these things, especially when it comes to kids. You know,
Power. They want that power, I guess. It's like that, you know, that, what's that?
yeah, but everyone has power. I don't want power over little kids.
Yeah, you know, probably these guys get a kick out of it, you know?
Like, cause you hear like say for R. Kelly, like you'd hear of someone who's done stuff like what he's done to underage kids, and he's enjoyed that with kids because they've seen it. Like, you know, they obviously saw it when they were growing up. Like, you know, one of their parents or one of their uncles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes you like when you think about the world today and how sick people are, like when you watch Monster Warriors, you appreciate how much that shit's real, eh, you know?
Yeah.
You think about it, it's like, fuck, that's why, you know?
Yeah, that's a movie that really sort of gave an insight of what's going on in that sector of society in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that movie got heaps of knockback from even the Māoris. Like you can't say, you can't show that.
That's not
like,
how we live.
It's not how we live. But I don't know, according to Alan Duff, that's what he's seen when he was young.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, a lot of it's true there, man. Like, bro, a lot of families suppress a lot of bullshit. You know, a lot of shit that's not right. You know, they don't want the bullshit that comes with it afterwards. They'd rather put on a fake, you know, facade, like just to show face instead of like, you know.
But that comes from pride, eh?
Yeah, pride and ego, man. It's like related. But it's not right, eh? Like, look at like the movie The Arthur. Like they never explained why she was banished from the village, yet there was a reason why they got rid of it. But why they? Like what? Cause and then look what happened. It was like another whole cycle of it began, and it was the same sort of thing, you know.
I read I don't know if you've read Homo sapiens or Sapiens. It's about history of humans, and it's written by this Jewish guy named Yovel Hari, and he's atheist, but what he says makes sense with all that kind of stuff, like identity, and because he doesn't believe in identity, he just believes in human identity. Everything else is human made. Like even he talks about Pakistan. Like Pakistan has this massive, big Pakistan flag. It's in the country. It's massive. So the point is for people to see it, like how we can see the Sky Tower. They've got this big, massive flag so everyone can see it. And if you break it down, all that is a piece of material with a picture on it. And it's people that use identity to praise this piece of material with a picture on it. You know, because it's your country.
Yeah.
It's like everybody else. But if you break it down, it's just
Material.
It's just material. It's nothing. I mean, we're proud to be Samoan, proud to be Islanders. But if you break it all down, all it is just, you know, it's... He's trying to get past all that and go back to being human.
Yeah.
Because everybody's human.
Mm.
And if you go back to that, then there's no more racism, no more anything else.
Yeah.
And so his book talks about the history of humans and how we use things to make ourselves sort of separate. It's pretty interesting. Back to your human form.
Yeah.
Like everything else is just it's that pride thing, right? You take all that away, what you got? You're just yourself, and the love for your parents and your kids.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with your identity as whoever you identify with, because at the end of the day we're all human.
Yeah.
It's pretty out of it. It's out of it. Eh?
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
It's out of it
Pretty
because you don't wanna. You want to be proud, because the way I see all this, like diversity, it's all about being proud of your identity. I get it. You know, if you don't know who you are, then you don't know where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But when I read this guy's book, he talks past that. Go back to being human, and go back to what humans live for.
Yeah.
What we really here for, being human.
Yeah.
Like humans need shelter, humans need food, humans need love.
Yeah.
Like those are the basic needs of a human.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with identity. Like if you identify with being a human, then you identify with those things, and you know being a good person. You know.
Oh yeah, I find that interesting because I have teachers that have come in through the shop, teachers that I've interviewed on my pod, and then spoken about like what's the one thing that children these days will find hard to deal with, like in terms of social media influence and just like society's expectation and stuff. And it's funny when they say, oh, it's not funny, but I just feel like it's pretty strong when they say it's identity, like knowing who you are as your own own personal being.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think it's real though. Like if I think back, like when I was a kid, like I wasn't raised Samoan, right? But I'm Tokelau Samoan. I had to learn Samoan at a workplace because the majority of people couldn't speak Samoan, whereas my Tok was my second language. You know, my Samoan's as good as my Tok, but that's because I had to learn it. My Tongan was pretty good at school because all I hung out was Tongans. But like my kids now, I always try to tell them like you're a minority as an islander. Like Tokelau is a small island. Make sure people know you're from Tokelau. Because I always feel like if you're like, I like to feel like I've got a good heart, and that's not on the back of me being Samoan, because I was raised Tokelau in my household. When people say, oh, the Leti kama aloha, but that's the Tokelau in me. Because I find that when I've met other Samoans, and then they say, oh man, I used to work with this one dude, man, he's from this island too. And then when he says Tokelau, it's like, that's how people do. That's how naturally we are, just caring, honest people.
Yeah.
Like you can, like, I like to feel like everything that I do is like not with the intent of getting something back. It's just you do things because that's what makes you human, right? Like, and you're talking about how this guy says, feel it all back. Doesn't matter what church I go to, what color my face is. That's just a human instinct, and how to care. I think they're like basic things, though, eh? Like, because, bro, I don't practice going to church. I'm not hard out religious. My kids are religious and stuff. But I always, like, when you say, like, how that guy's talking about how if you put it all back, and like what you're doing stuff and how you identify yourself. Like, to me, identity as a kid, you should know it, because I've seen when people get patched up to like gangs and stuff, and then like when I sort of filter through how they are as people, it's like, man, they have no anganuu, they don't really know where they fit in the world, so they go and patch up. Because they find like, oh, okay, I'm like this guy. Brotherhood, it's something that's missing, stuff that's missing.
Yeah, now I get it. Because I think for this guy, what he's talking about is like he puts, how we identify with when Snare Origin War was around, we identify with maroons or blues. He doesn't see the difference between that and how we identify with a flag
Yeah.
to a flag. He doesn't see the difference in it, and he looks past it. I get, like, when you're a kid, you have to ground yourself somewhere. Like, that's where the whole saying goes, you have to know where you come from so you know where you're going, right? And that's because without, I think me growing up without being proud of being Samoan, I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't have this. I wouldn't have you guys as my mates, and that's what that is. If you don't know where you're from, then you don't know where you're going. Yeah.
That's a very solid point. Because, like, just like how we saw that podcast, that guys taking the piss out of South Auckland, right?
Yeah.
Like, this in the last month, man, and ever since that show, I've always said to my kids, man, it doesn't matter how much you crack it, how high, whatever. Always remember where you come from, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's, to me, it's like, that's your saving grace, man. Like, it was like, man, that's the one thing, like, you'll never let people shit on Ranui, man. Like, I don't. Like, it doesn't matter who it is or where they're from, you know? To me, it's like, nah, bro, you don't get what you eat, eh? It's like, nah, chill it, this.
Never forget, man.
Come on, bro. And, like, like, just in the last few days, I've been reaching out to my boys from Ranui, the Ever and Oz, just telling them, you know, I just feel like ever since I heard one of the boys put a little slideshow about a Samoan proverb, and I don't know what that proverb is off the top of my head, but the English translation is, no matter how far and wide we are across the world, we're always connected via the ocean. It's like blood, you know?
Yeah.
And I said
nice.
to the bros, I say, Chile, I'm sending you this because, you know, we go back, but, you know, no matter what we're doing in life, we're still connected, you know, via the internet. And they just sit there and say, I love you, you know?
Nice.
But it's funny that, and saying that, this is episode 135, and these are the bros that I used to catch the bus with.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so this is funny, just like messaging them. It's like, man.
You get a lot of hits from your episode on YouTube.
Oh man, I've had one of the bro. I think that's how the bro messaged me. Yeah, it was one of my bros, Lotto. Him and Dave used to go tagging. They were like twins. That was his like sluts. These were the sluts. They just go tag. But like, cause me and Lotto played, you know, a lot of sports together. Like, you know, it was like you didn't mess with the Ranui boys, eh? Cause like even though we had the boys, they used to do the tagging and stuff. They had the muscle as well, you know. Cause it's like if someone was to come pick a fight with me, I was gonna turn around and ask Junito and Jagger and they to, you know, hold me down. Step between. It was like, they touch me, bro. I just tell Sam to ask Mark to come and you see what's up, you know. But that's how it was, bro. Like, you know, anyone from Ranui, bro, it's like, you know, you've got a brick, you got the X gang coming around the corner.
True that, man. Now it's man. This is 135 episode, man. This is 135th episode of this podcast. I'm proud, man.
Mean.
Yeah, bro, it should be, brother. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, eh? Especially flying our flag. We're going to pick a Ranui flag, eh?
We need a Ranui flag, eh?
I just love the fact that Ranui means where the sun sets, eh?
Yeah.
And like, no matter where you are, eh? Like, I love being in Tennessee on a summer's day. And my girls was like, man, look at the sky. I go, yep. You know what that is? Like, no way.
Remember Ranui Primary? It was a sun logo, eh?
Yeah, it was a sun logo.
Is it still?
That's what the meaning is
Yeah.
of what you were saying. Let's.
But then we have a song, school song.
Yeah, I feel when someone. I went. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, love to Dara. My wife was saying she was watching Good Morning one day, and she did this song, the song "Cool Change." It came on while playing in the background.
Time for
and then she goes, "Oh man, shout out to my old primary school parent." I was like, "That's my girl." Yeah, better recognize. Yeah, my wife was like, "Oh yeah," she even said, "Oh, who's Mr. Russell?" Okay, fuck yeah, that was my teacher.
Oh man.
That's us, eh, boys?
Hey, shotlets for the nibbles and the
Oh,
fries,
man.
brother.
Yeah, man.
There's the plug to, yeah, man, if you're looking for some solid chicken and chips, man, if you want to just show up to a party or a gathering with a nice $30 pack of chicken and chips, hit up the fams up at the roundabout here. Green roundabout, eh? I think it's the
Nice.
Super Noodles.
Super noodles.
Super
Oh,
Noodles,
yeah.
man. Lovely lady. Lovely couple in there, man.
Sicky.
Yucky.
I think that's what we should do, eh? Start getting some businesses in here. Promote
yeah,
them,
the,
eh?
the plug hard.
Do some interviews. Interview them, eh? Talk to them.
Yeah. Get some free pies from the BP.
You already do.
It's funny when he said, "Do you see how criminal minded I am?" As soon as he said the power cut, bro, you should have rang me, bro.
Straight up, eh?
All right, boys. Thank you.
Shop boys.
Bye.
Bye.